and welcome to Drachma and Demigods. I am Sammy Ferber, and I'll be your host for the evening. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Links of Tartarus campaign. We're glad to have you. We're glad to be here. Just a couple announcements before we get started here. Episode 15? Is that last episode? Whatever the last episode was, is now on YouTube. So you can go check that out if you missed the stream. And as a reminder, all of our episodes are on YouTube. That is the only place you can watch the entire adventure of the Hands of Fate. So if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It also helps us if you subscribe so that we can eventually get a good URL for our YouTube channel instead of a bunch of random numbers and letters. So definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here's a fun announcement that actually is also an announcement to the cast who is listening to this for the first time. We have been talking about making some recap videos so to make it a little bit easier for people to get into our adventure. Because we know there's a lot of hours of content now, so it could feel daunting and hard to jump into the adventure, especially with those first few episodes with all the tech difficulties and yada, yada, yada. So I've come up with this idea for a show. The point of it is to refresh memories or get people up to speed, make people feel confident and ready to take on the next episode. So because of that mentality, I think I'm going to be calling this series Long Rest. So I'm hoping to make a long rest video for each major arc of the campaign. So I think the first one will be just like the Delphi arc, which would be from episode 1 all the way to now, and depending on how many episodes it takes after this, maybe the first 17-ish episodes, I will condense and make a refresher video so you don't have to watch all of them if you can't. And if you missed them and you want to just hop on to the next stage of our adventure, I will be making a video for that in the next coming weeks, so look out for that. Other announcement, if you don't know already, I sometimes play D&D on the Penny for a Tale Twitch channel, and we are going to be starting a new campaign in the next few weeks. It's going to be a Tuesday night campaign, so if you like my face and you want to see me as a player in a promising new campaign, stay tuned on their social media as well. All right, any other announcements, gal? Amazing. So, with all that being said, let's hop into the Links of Tartarus. So, previously on Drachma and Demigods, I started the music. Boom, there we go. After slaying the remaining skeletons that had previously caused such harm, the Hands of Fate, along with their allies Eryx and Scorch of the Face Lumber, and Amber and Keth, who are employed at Sunbrow Manor, collected Qatar's body and left the dungeon in order to rest up. Qatar was subsequently buried, and you all had a night to collect yourselves before venturing back into the dungeon the following day. During that rest time, Ilme discovered an answer to a coded message she had left several days prior, attempting to contact the Anvilarm. So, the group all ventured into the underground for a secret meeting, only to discover that the Anvilarm wasn't there, instead sending a sort of business liaison in his place, a halfling woman named Yona, who revealed the Anvilarm wanted his old weapon back, as well as a set of adamantine armor Archmage Nadar had promised him before his demise. You left the meeting without making any concrete decisions, eventually headed back to the protective chambers of the Black Scale of Tiamat, where you ventured into a hallway populated by an ancient cubed ooze. You fought the ooze that kept splitting after certain kinds of damage, and forced your way through the hallway and into the final chamber, a very different, natural-looking chamber compared to the others you had already been through. Here, the Scale's guardian revealed himself as a male sphinx, whose duty it is to test the worth of any who entered, killing the unworthy. With a mighty roar, he sealed the door into the chamber and managed to frighten Ilme, Adagio, and all 4 of the allies you had brought with you. So, as a refresher of what you're looking at here, the ground, unlike the stone in the previous chambers, is gravel, is sand beneath your feet. It's a large, fairly rectangular, natural-looking cavern, The walls seem to almost curl into the room, like the bottom of the wall and the edge of the floor fade into each other at a curve. On the left side of the cavern, built directly into the stone, is a translucent, shimmering curtain of dark violet, gently blowing in a non-existent wind. On the right wall, an identical curtain. And directly ahead of you, against the far wall, is an elevated piece of ground making a platform about 10 feet above the floor. On this platform is the Sphinx and the simple-looking wooden chest. So, the roar echoes through this room, and you see some of your allies and some of your party members, their eyes go wide in fear as they just stare helplessly at the Sphinx, as the Sphinx kneels down and puts one paw over the other on top of this platform. Plead your case, mortals.
I just like to say I don't like that it's battle music.
Yeah,
Here, I'll
same.
go to less battle music.
Jesus.
We'll get to battle music eventually.
What?
That's not encouraging at all.
That's the same energy as you're not in trouble yet.
Right.
Yet. Just tell me, I won't get mad. So what does the fear effect have on
So the people who are affected, they're at disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls, while the target of their fear is within their sight, and they cannot purposely get closer to the object of their fear.
Okay, I'll just say so I'll be honest, don't lie. We need to lay everything out on the table. We're not here for any, I guess, evil intent, really. I'm looking around for assistance.
We have no evil intent. We just need to make the scale stop broadcasting its location. We want to seal it in a blood glass cube just so that we can try and figure out how to stop that.
It's sending out a beacon of magical energy. We assume to call something or someone to retrieve it. And when we noticed that, we decided to enter, try and reach the scale, and as they said, put it in this here handy dandy blood glass cube to try and suppress the signal. We bear you no ill will.
We've also already stopped one attempt. One of our group that came with us down here was that not knowing that they wanted this scale already, and we already stopped them, and all we're trying to do is keep others from finding this. They were able to sense that there was a powerful magical object here, and we just want to keep that signal from getting out.
I would like one of you to make a persuasion check with advantage.
Wait. Hold on a second. Persuasion?
Still, by the way.
I have +7 to persuasion.
Oh yeah, Regent.
Okay.
Let's say I have plus. Wait a minute. Do I still have?
Charisma's not my strong point.
I still have a singular cosmic omen left, and I'm still on even, so I can give you a d6 too.
Okay. I'm using my nicest D20. It's ocean themed, you know. I'd show you, but the camera won't pick up all the cool colors I tried. Okay, that's not bad. I rolled a 16 plus 7. 23. Yeah, 23.
Is Regent frightened?
No.
Okay, good.
Do I need to use the D6? Should I?
I would just use it.
I'm gonna use it in case. It's the last one I have, but I'll use it. You said use a D6. Hey, you got a 6.
So 29.
Sick.
Why is this persuasion if we're telling the truth?
Because that's why it's not deception.
You have to persuade them that we're telling the truth.
It.
The Sphinx sort of cocks its head, and it's weird. You guys have heard of sphinxes, and you may have even seen like drawings of sphinxes before, and they're usually feminine with human faces on a lion's body, and this is very much not that. It's a lion's body with a male lion face with a large mane and 2 enormous folded wings. And he sort of cocks his head. An unusual quest, to be sure. And I can feel the honesty behind your words. But you perplex me. Not many would push through my chambers with no intention of slaying the Dragon Queen.
We know we can't do that.
We are not strong enough at this point to take on the Dragon Queen. All we can do right now is suppress their power until we're strong enough.
If I'm being real, I've died once. I don't want to do it again anytime soon, so that's a ways in the future.
You are right. You are weak. And yet, you have ventured further than any have before. There is promise in you. A seed, yet to be watered, yet to grow, yet to bloom, but a seed nonetheless.
This is completely off topic. I now have a hymn stuck in my head because that literally just sounds like a hymn. Thanks. There we go.
You're very welcome.
Perks of being a church musician. Do you know how we can reseal the chambers and stop the signal?
I must confess I am not omniscient. These chambers were never designed for this sort of solution. A binary system is what they exist on, thrive upon, what King Laerthus believed to be truth. And yet, you present grey in the black and the white.
We tend to confuse people, so.
Just a bit.
Here's a bit.
In either case, and he sort of gets to his 4 muscly paws. You must prove yourselves to me.
That's what the truth was.
How?
You have learned of the birth of Tiamat, the rule of Tiamat, and the fall of Tiamat. But your education is not yet complete. So here is your final challenge. One final riddle. 1 piece of 5 is all that's here, and 5 is what you need to kill the queen once and for all, so she can ne'er again be freed. But if scales are all that you collect, you'll surely be disappointed. For scales are nothing to the queen without a thing that's been anointed. So 6 of 5 is what you need to slay the Dragon Lord. And with those 6, your victory is all but set assured. So what is this 6 you know of 5 required for your quest? That is what you must answer me before I let you rest. The answer lies within my realm, but split, I won't say how. Best then to start investigating, for your trial, fools, starts now.
Can I immediately, just start investigating the chamber for something anointed?
That depends. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Oh no! Sammy, no! Don't do this!
This is a high-stakes
wow.
riddle. High-stakes riddle.
Don't do this. I literally, in my payment this week, it literally said, please don't kill off my character.
No. So I just rolled, and it changed from natural 20 to a 18, and then it rolled and turned into a 1. So I rolled a natural 1.
Let's go.
I rolled
All
a
right,
16.
anyone higher than 20? Higher than 20. Great, starting strong. 15 to 20.
I got
16.
an 18.
18 for Real May. And 16 for Regent.
Second initiative order, like the second time we rolled initiative in a row, that I rolled a nat 1.
Sucks.
Third
10 to
time.
15. 10 to 15.
13.
13.
Oh, when you
Without
roll a
you.
natural 1, do you still get the pluses or?
You do, yeah. For
no?
initiative, you do. 5 to 10. And 0 to 5.
Big 4.
A 3.
All right.
An
Hey.
initiative that I rolled a nat 1. Maybe I should stop rolling initiative with this one dice that I keep using.
Yo, how about I'm not at home and I don't have my big dice, like my best friend, the one that
I
always.
should get my plush dice. I'm gonna start rolling initiative on my plush dice.
Yeah. All right.
That was
So,
for death.
top of the round, initiative count 20.
Oh God.
Ooh, what's he gonna do?
Can you please don't ever speak in the mic like that
Actually,
again,
but
jeez.
before we start
I'm
initiative, because
Oh, God.
because of how the frighten works, everyone who was frightened can make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Wait, who was frightened?
Adagio, Ilme, and all 4 of your allies.
God
Oh.
damn it.
Did I make it?
Yeah, you made it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 14.
Oh my gosh! That one. I'm still frightened.
I
This-
think all of you are still frightened, actually.
Let's get those nat ones out of the way, baby.
Yeah, I did not. So for all 4 of your allies, not a single one rolled in double digits. So you're all still frightened. So, on initiative count 20, I would like every single person to make a constitution saving throw, please.
Stop doing the ones that I have like a +0 to, please. Oh, it's a +2. I'll take that, I guess.
All right, big D20 this time. Big Constitution saving throw. Natural 20. Let's.
Nice.
I got
I
a 2, which
Okay.
is total of 3.
Gotcha.
I got
I
19.
got a 3 as well because I rolled a nat 1 again.
What'd you get, Adagio?
19.
So I have a total of 23.
Gotcha. Alexios?
Wait, did you just say 23?
He did.
What was this for?
A constitution saving throw.
9.
Okay.
No, wait, save it though?
Saving throw.
13.
Okay.
Wait,
Let me.
can I add inspiration to that?
Yeah, I'll say you can.
Okay, it's a D8, right?
If you have inspiration from the ooze fight, yes, you can still add it.
They ain't giving me inspiration.
See, I
I'm
hear
gonna
battle
put
music.
all of
I
my
had to
dice
roll
in dice
initiative.
jail because guess what I just rolled?
Natural 1.
It's a 21. Yeah.
Sammy, these
Okay.
are the dice that you sent me, by the way. So they went
Of
from
course,
good
I
to
cursed
bad.
them. I cursed them.
God,
So that...
I was
Yeah,
so
my-
good with them last week.
Yeah, my nat 1 was on the dice you gave me too.
Yeah, I actually haven't used the dice you gave me this round yet. I'm using
So-
my.
I'm gonna go
Everybody
back to
who
work real
rolled
quick.
less than 15, so that's Ilme, Adagio, and
I rolled a 19.
Keth. Oh, sorry, 19. Not Adagio. It was 2 of you,
less
wasn't it?
than 15?
Less than 15.
I rolled less than 15.
It was
I had a 4 in total.
Right. Anura, Ilme, and Keth. Interesting. So, you all look around as it seems like the very energy of this room seems to crystallize and confound. And for a moment, you blink and you open your eyes, and something is very different. You look around. Ilme is way shorter than she normally is. Her leather armor is huge on her. Her daggers look like swords in her hands, and you realize this is probably what Ilmay looked like when she was around 6 years old. Anura,
Oh no!
Back in their
Anura,
childhood,
your
I got
horns are
PTSD.
your horns are so small. They're peeking through just barely. You are also 10 years younger than you just were.
Oh no!
Keth is also, he's scrawny already. He's much scrawnier now. He looks like a scared little boy. That's the layer action. That brings us to Amber. Okay, so Amber's just gonna, she's frightened. She is going to heal herself because she's actually not at full health. So she's gonna heal herself 15 points when she's at full. And that will be her turn, and she will try to save from the frighten. Cocked. Still frightened. Ilmay, you're up.
Okay. Does this affect anything for me? Being
No. So
Okay.
your mind is still you, but
okay,
you
I didn't
look
know if it like
you are
affects my
your speed or
my
anything.
rate. Yeah.
No, you are
Okay.
still you, but you are
Okay.
very cognizant of the fact that you are in a child's body right now.
Okay. So I want to run to the wall or to this door, the upper door, and I want to inspect it.
Sure. So go ahead and move yourself up to that upper curtain. It's weird. Do you want to spend your action investigating it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So go ahead and make an investigation check.
Did the
Okay.
music cut out for anyone else?
The music
No.
never started for me.
Oh, really?
cut-
I still hear it.
Yeah. It cut
not
out
for
for
me.
me, and like I'm not allowed to click on the thing on Owlbear to start it again.
Oh, weird. Adagio, can you click on the thing on Albert to start the music?
No, nothing showed up like it usually does.
Yeah, it
I
just
got
went away
it.
for me.
Well, imagine the music going. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my.
I got an 18 investigation.
Try
18.
reloading the page, see if that
Yeah,
helps. That's what
just
I had to
reload
do.
it just in case. Ilmay, you look at this softly flowing curtain, and it's bizarre. The way the material looks, it looks like it should be almost sheer. Like you should be able to see through it, but you can't. And even as it flows, and you try to sort of like see past it as it sort of flows up, no matter what angle you look at it, it seems like there's no actual break between the wall and the curtain. It's very bizarre. But that being said, as you get close to it, you can't help but feel some sort of pull from it, as if it's calling you in.
Can I stick my hand in it? Could I
Sure.
still do that?
Yeah,
Is it
you
like
stick your
just
hand in it.
Yeah.
No, okay, nothing happens. You just stick your hand in it. It feels what if it is interesting. You'd expect to hit the wall of the cavern, but it just passes into more air.
Okay. I don't know what to do with this. Cool. Well, that's about all I got.
All right, Ryujin, you're up.
Okay. Could you repeat the riddle again?
Oh yeah, I'll put it in the chat for you. That's probably fair of me to do. 1 piece of 5 is all that's here, and 5 is what you need to kill the queen once and for all, so she can ne'er again be freed. But if scales are all that you collect, you'll surely be disappointed, for scales are nothing to the queen without a thing that's been anointed. So 6 of 5 is what you need to slay the Dragon Lord. And with those 6, your victory is all but set assured. So what is this 6, you know of 5, required for your quest? That's what you must answer me before I let you rest. The answer lies within my realm, but split, I won't say how. Best then to start investigating, for your trial, fools, starts now.
split. Yeah, it actually did just cut out for me.
Okay.
Oh no,
okay.
it just restarted. It's
Yeah,
quiet.
it gets
Okay.
quiet at the end. There, I put it in
Okay,
the,
cool. I got
the
scared.
video chat for you.
I guess I'll go and investigate the other curtain. I'm not really sure. Regent's not a very smart guy, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know. At first, I was thinking maybe like the weapon that was used by Hephaestus to split them into 5. I don't know. So yeah, I'll move over here and investigate.
All right, you're gonna spend your action investigating.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a check.
You know, it's like that. I'm just kidding. Investigation. -2. All right.
Oh my god.
14.
14. You also feel this sort of subconscious, primitive beckoning. You can't even place it into words. It's just it almost feels magnetic that you are being pulled past this curtain. But similarly to Ilme, you can't actually see anything beyond it.
Okay. So Tiamat was made from the what was the name of the like the primitive being that ejected Tiamat?
I don't know.
It
What
starts
was the
with a
name?
V. I wrote
It was
it down. Hold on.
Kavma.
Kavma? I see. I remembered
Yeah.
the V. All right. All right. Cool. Maybe it has something to do with that, or you said we felt like almost magnetic.
Yeah,
So-
like something is calling you through.
What was that?
Like something is calling you through the curtain.
And Tiamat's a chromatic dragon.
Yeah, Tiamat is all 5 chromatic dragons, yeah.
We need metal. I don't know. What if we actually need just like a magnet? You know, just weld all the scales
That'd be
together or
amazing.
something.
That's how we find the
Um,
links. We just walk around with a giant magnet until they're attracted
Yeah.
to it.
Life hack.
I don't know. There's not really anything else I can do. I'll just read over the.
All right. Oh, and I forgot, Ilme, you can make a wisdom save to see if you stop being frightened.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. 10.
Nope, you are still frightened. All right, that brings us to Kath. Kath is going to cast Mage Armor on himself. You see this arcane energy just get all over him. And as that happens, a sort of secondary arcane version of Keth appears beside him. Cool. What's that? And that's his turn. He's going to see if he saves from the wisdom. Oh. No, plus 0. No, he is still frightened. All right, Adagio, you're up.
Ooh, do. I'm just
Actually,
gonna walk
before
over, I
you
guess.
go,
Lies.
sorry. Before you go, the Sphinx is going to use a legendary action.
Oh.
And you watch as the Sphinx just disappears, and a moment later appears right behind you.
As I'm frightened, of course.
Yeah,
I'm
so
shitting my
immediately you're like,
pants,
and you just hear
Can I
that
run
low
now?
growl behind you.
I'm just gonna run. Just gonna.
Sure. As you run, he does take an attack of opportunity against you.
Can I warding play that?
Yeah, so disadvantage. Wow, double 9s.
Wait, why is he
so,
attacking? What?
attack of opportunity.
That's a
So
later
that
action.
those are natural 9s, so that makes it a A 21.
Oh my god.
What?
I love this.
What?
Yes.
Wait, did you say
That
natural
is-
9?
Yes, that is
20.
19 points of slashing damage to you.
I regret answering the first riddle so quickly now.
Yeah. This is all your fault, really. If you trace it, it's all your fault.
I am going to.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah.
This
I kinda
action
wanna
will
jump
have
to this portal.
consequences.
Is the portal? What am I seeing here?
The
Oh
DM
my
will
God.
remember this. What do you? Oh yeah. So
The
are you
shimmering
investigating,
curtain.
or you just want to?
I
You just
can't
want to try to
see.
go through? It is
I'm
just. It
gonna
looks just like a curtain, a sheer curtain.
So weird. Yeah, I'm gonna shield of faith myself. For like 2
Okay.
extra points of armor, please. Not trying to die out here. What if I just jump through? Can I just? Oop.
You can. Regin, you watch as Adagio runs up beside you, takes a deep breath, and just dives into this curtain that immediately it parts for him and immediately circles around him, and he is gone. Adagio.
I'm legally blind.
eyes-
What?
Adagio, your eyes take a moment to adjust. You are in complete darkness. Luckily, your form is lighting the space. You're in some sort of underground cavern. Different. It's a sort of a different environment than the cavern you were just in. It feels more natural, and the stench of death is everywhere. And although your eyes are still adjusting, and you won't see a lot this round, and you're already full of fear, you just can sense, you can feel that surrounding you are bodies.
Teleported into an outhouse.
You.
The smell of death all around you. I know.
This is like the Sphinx's like lava, or like garbage in Minecraft, you know?
Garbage disposal.
Yeah. These are all the people that failed the riddle.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
I thought you
thing in
said no one
Star
had
Wars
gotten this
that they
far.
ate in the garbage or in the garbage disposal?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what this
What
is.
if it's one of those?
Adagio, you doing anything else?
Oh, can I? I don't think I can.
I don't think you haven't used an action yet.
I cast shield of faith on myself.
Oh, that's right. You have a bonus action you want to do?
Oh, can I heal myself right now? What do I have prepared? Bonus action. No, I didn't. No, yeah, I'm good.
All right. So Adagio,
Action.
you are staying there. Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, yay, +6. 22.
22. Your fear does fade.
Oh, yay, thank goddess.
Maybe it's because you left the Sphinx's sight. You're not quite sure, but whatever it is, you're grateful to be out of the Sphinx's area. But then new sort of fear sets in as you notice you're in this room of bodies. Okay, that brings us to Scorch. Scorch, what is she gonna do? She's gonna inspire. Alexios, did you just use your inspiration?
Yeah,
All right, she's gonna inspire you.
I don't want it from her.
Yeah, so she's gonna say, dragons are your thing, right? Do something. So you can add a D8 to a D20 roll in the next 10 minutes. And she is just gonna produce flame. So she has these fire bolts in her hand, basically waiting to be released, but she is too afraid to release them. And let's see if she can break through the fear. Definitely not with a natural 3. That is Scorch's turn. That brings us to the Sphinx. This is gonna be fun.
I don't like it when you say things like that.
It's gonna be fun
Look,
for you. We're gonna die.
I just love big stat blocks.
Oh no.
Okay. Ooh.
Game over.
Amazing. Okay.
Game over.
So the Sphinx. Actually, can I have someone roll a d6 for me?
Got you. I got one out still.
Before you
I gotta
roll,
relocate a little bit.
even is Scorch, odd is Eric's.
Okay. Odd.
So Eric's. So the Sphinx looks around, and his eyes focus on Eric's, and a toothy grin appears. He goes, "You are not from this realm. Go back from whence you came." And he's going to cast Banishment.
Holy shit.
Wait,
Wait,
that's Scorch or Eric?
On Eric's.
Holy shit.
Dang.
Damn.
Wait, what? What do you mean he's not from this realm? Because the Feywild.
He's from the Feywild.
But can
Damn,
Keth the counter spell or whatever?
Oh!
Oh, wait.
Yes, he can. And
Is that
he
a
will.
reaction?
Yeah, right? It's a reaction.
I totally forgot. Wow.
Do you have Counterspell?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Are you
Keth's gonna do it.
serious?
Yeah. I always forget, but yeah, I do.
Keth is casting
Does
it
it
at
come out
3rd
of your
level, so he
iPad?
has to roll to see if it succeeds. So he needs to roll an intelligence check with a DC of 14 in order for this to work. Natural 17. So the Sphinx points a claw at Eric's, and there's a moment where you see Eric's face is like, he goes pale. He's like, oh shit, before Keth just cuts it off and goes, all right, don't want that happening. Okay. That is a very successful counterspell.
Out of
Against-
curiosity, banishment. If he was banished, could he come back eventually?
It depends. So if someone is banished to their home realm, and that banishment lasts for the full minute that it needs, then he's there. I mean, he would have to find other ways of coming back to the plane. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So the only method to get him back immediately is to try to break the concentration on the spell. Okay.
Thanks for this dude.
That is the Sphinx's turn. That brings us to Eric's, actually. He's gonna go, holy fucking shit. And he's just gonna sprint 5, 10, 15, 20, try to get some distance between him. And, oh, he might have something. He's gonna, let me see if he's in range for this. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna cast Charm Monster. So he goes, that wasn't fun. How about this, buddy? And he's gonna try to charm the Sphinx. And you watch as this arcane magic hits the Sphinx in the eyes. The Sphinx blinks and goes, "Your puny magic has no effect on me, child." Seems to have no effect. That brings us to Alexios. Honora, you're on deck.
All right. I am going to attack. There's nothing else to attack but the Sphinx, right? I heard that right.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to attack your allies.
Attack the
Oh, but
Sphinx? He's a big
Eric's
scary
does break out of
boy.
the frighten.
I am going to. It's a chakram attack,
Okay.
and first one is. Hold up. Wait a minute. That's a 22.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wait, you can actually hit the Sphinx? That's scary.
Oh my god. Do I not have any D6s with me right now?
That was not what I expected to hear right then.
How did
Roll
this
them on
happen?
Owlbear.
You can roll on Owlbear?
You can roll on D&D Beyond. Oh yeah,
No,
you can
I
roll on
see.
Albert. That's right.
Where?
Up where it says the party, I think if you click that button to the right
There's a little
of the
dice
party.
box.
Yeah, a little dice tray.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
Takes
It's
up
an
a lot of-
11 to hit the first, or it's 11.
11 damage.
The first. I'm sorry.
And are your chakrams magical?
Yes. Both
Gotcha.
of them.
All right. 11 points of damage.
They just lost all their magic. It's gone. Goodbye.
The chakram ceases to exist.
And the
The
second
Sphinx
one,
breaks all laws of physics.
Yeah.
21.
21 also hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
9.
All right. Your chakrams slash into its furry hide, and you see, like, it does make an impact, but it's not as deep as you would have liked. You get the sense it's a very tough hide. Is that the end of your turn?
One more with Forge.
Sure.
And 16 to hit.
16 misses.
All right.
So at that point, the Sphinx reacts to the 2 chakram hits, and as this little mini dragon tries to bite it, the Sphinx just bats out of the way. And at the end of your turn, he will use a legendary action to make a claw attack against you.
Me?
Yeah, you. That is a 28 to hit.
Shit. No, I'm just joking. It hits.
That's gonna be 18 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
All right, Anur, you're up.
One time where I don't feel like I need to heal everybody instead of doing something. I'm gonna start off by taking a wild shape in starry form of dragon in case I have any saving throws.
Okay. The constellations connect over your eyes, and you become this constellation dragon.
First time I've used that one.
Yeah.
Shit, D&D Beyond just reloaded. Un momento, my spells are loading. I am going to go ahead and cast Aura Vitality at 3rd level.
Okay.
And let me make sure I've got this one correct. I can't use it yet, but I have it in case. And I'm going to move my full movement towards the chest where he was like standing.
Okay.
So that's 30 feet, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move my character. It's okay. There we go. 2, 15, 20. Anora just stopped moving. 25. 30 is right here. It's lagging. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay.
And you are now
that's it then.
concentrating as well.
Yes.
Because or vitality is concentration.
I'm gonna think for a second.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. At the end of your turn, he's gonna make another claw attack against Alexios.
Or Alexios.
25. So that is 13 points of slashing damage, Alexios. Top of the round. Huh. All right. Top of the round. The air in the layer seems to condense once again, and again you feel you're almost gonna get knocked off your feet, and then the air subsides. I need everyone to please re-roll initiative.
Ooh.
Is that initiative?
What is this?
What is
He
this
can
bullshit,
affect
Sammy?
time.
All right, natural 20, baby, come in. It's not a natural 20, but I'll take it.
That got me really good.
I got a natural 20.
I'm gonna try
Holy
it again.
shit,
We're gonna see what
guys.
happens.
I got a natural 19.
See?
So,
Keeping the streak alive. It was another nat one on initiative.
but doesn't that mean that happened at initiative 20? So it skips all of us, right?
It does, yeah. If you're
Yeah.
over 20,
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, so technically I'm at 20 because I have a +2, so 20, 21 initiative right now.
I'm at
21
28.
reading.
Oh my
Holy
god. What is your
shit.
initiative bonus?
+9.
Jesus.
I
Oh
have a
my.
+9.
I have a +2.
All right, anyone
What a
else over
shit.
20?
Oh, I do.
What you got, Alexios?
23.
23 for Alexios. All right, 15 to 20? 10 to 15? 5 to 10?
9.
And 5 to 0.
Give me 1 second, because I want to get a different d20. Let me make sure I know how this dragon form works real quick, and whether or not
Gotcha.
initiative rolls up.
Initiative is counted as an ability check.
It's nope, never mind. Yeah, it's not for that. I did it because of concentration. So yeah, nope. I still have a 3.
3 for Anura. Hey, consistency is key.
I'm nothing if not consistent, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Stupid of me to do this when I have so many NPCs to keep track of. Got that.
We're using the big D20 now. Fuck it. Can I re-roll now that I got this just for the fun of it?
It's just for the fun of it, sure.
I should have grabbed it earlier.
That's interesting.
Had I used it, I would have gotten a natural 20.
So, oh, that sucks. Okay, so because of the new initiative, right after 20 is the Sphinx.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Of course.
And the Sphinx is going to...
Am I still tiny Anora, or has that gone away because he messed with time again?
You know, it doesn't say anything about it. But
Tiny
but
Nora.
but
Asking the real
traditionally,
questions over here.
once a layer action is used, the previous one stops. So I'll say sure, you're back to your normal body. For now.
Yeah, I assumed, but
Okay. And he's gonna use his action to roar once again. And this roar is even louder and more resonant than the previous roars. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw, please. And if you are frightened, that is at disadvantage.
I can hear
God,
this
I'm
from the next room.
so glad that I put on the starry form. Holy shit.
I hate this world.
I rolled a 3, and it goes up to a 10, so 17.
Okay. 17 for Anora.
I got a 14.
I got a
14 for
12.
Omai. 12 for
I rolled
Adagio.
with the dice that you bought, Sam. And
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 8, so I got a total of 12.
Okay.
Feeling great.
Alexios? Also, if anyone who has inspiration, if you'd like to use it for this, you can. Don't forget.
So, natural 17, what were we rolling again?
Wisdom save.
Oh. Hell yeah, I'm about to use that inspiration.
Sure.
So that's a 15 plus 5 is 20. That's a
So,
D8, right?
yeah. I shit you not, guys. Every single person except for Alexios is frightened and deafened for 1 minute,
Oh no!
and is also paralyzed.
Oh,
Are you
no!
fucking kidding me?
Oh,
A 17 didn't save?
It did not.
You know the DC for this, since it was so fucking high?
18.
oh, so close.
I also need that save from Forge and Kai.
Dang.
How are we supposed to find the answer to this
Forge
riddle
have
if I can move?
inspiration too? No, I'm just joking.
What would
Oh,
you do if
shite.
we all died here?
Sucks.
So for Forge, that's
Make long rest easier to make.
Jesus, the campaign's
for Forge.
done.
That's a 21.
Okay, Forge is
Reason
okay.
dies on metagame.
Y'all, I put it in the title. I don't know what you expected.
I mean, God.
We gonna die.
Region,
Hey.
what's Kai's
What was the
wisdom
score?
save?
I'm sorry, what was that? You lagged for me.
Kai's wisdom save?
Oh, Kai's wisdom save that I totally rolled for
Yep.
is gonna be precisely 13.
So Kai is also frightened
Uh,
and paralyzed and deaf. Great, that's his turn. And then for movement, he is going to sprout his wings and fly 5, 10, 15. Right there. Alexios, as the only person not paralyzed, if you'd like to make a wisdom saving throw, you can.
Wisdom?
Oh, sorry, not a wisdom save. I mean an attack of opportunity.
Oh. 21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
14s all day, baby.
Baby. All day.
And that shall be. I found the D6, everyone. But that was a 1, so it's going to be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. All right. So that brings us to Amber, who is paralyzed and frightened and deaf. Not great. So there's not much she can do. So she is going... Does she have anything that's just a verbal spell? Let's see.
Even think about that. Oh shit.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Just in range. She's going to try to cast Command on the Sphinx. So, petrified and terrified, she's just going to go, surrender. That's going to be her command. Let's see. Okay. That brings us to Scorch. Oh, shit. It's me again. Dagio, you're on deck, by the way. Let's see if Amber saves, though. She doesn't. Scorch can't do anything, and there's nothing she can do that's just verbal. So she's just going to take the dodge action and see if she can break free of this, which she can't. Adagio, you're up.
If I cast Lesser Restoration on myself, is that just one condition?
Yes.
And I can choose Paralyzed, right? I can overcome my paralyzation.
Feel scared.
Except that there is a
Yeah.
somatic component to the
You can't
spell.
cast
Is
it.
there really? Fudge me.
Yes.
Oh well,
Verbal
I guess I'll
and
just
somatic. Good idea, though, but no.
die. Wow, what can I do? I'm not even like this. Like... I'm just gonna cast. Can I cast Daylight through my Drift Globe?
Sure, yeah, because that's just a word. So yeah, your drift globe ignites, and you see the room clearly. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oof, perception.
Can't be investigation because you're just looking at what you're physically looking at, but you can't actually.
Oh, that's a +3. Okay,
Okay.
yay. Everything else is like a +0. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Looking around, now that there is more light in this room, you can see these bodies more clearly. It's like the entire floor is bodies, but the bodies nearest to you, you recognize the clothing. You recognize the skin and the hair, and they're bloodied, and they're dead. But it looks an awful lot like your party members are dead at your feet.
I did not need that.
This fucker has power over time. This is us in the future.
That ends your turn. Oh, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can break through this effect.
Come on, +6. Let's go. That's a 9 in total. Woohoo.
No, it does not. Keth's turn. Keth also can't do shit. So he's gonna take the dodge action and hope to break through this thing. Which he doesn't. And let's have some fun.
We know.
As a legendary action. Oh, there's such good stuff I could do.
Let's just kill the party.
Basically, yeah.
TPK.
He's gonna wait. He's gonna wait on that. Okay. It is now Eric's turn. Anora, you're on deck. Eric's can't do shit. I mean, he can inspire someone. Ilmay, you're within his range. Ilmay, he's gonna inspire you. Just go, save us, please.
Can someone be inspired if they're deafened? Yeah.
Oh right, everyone's deafened. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
I'm just like.
Oh wait,
like,
so he
like
can't
an
even inspire you
energy?
because it
Okay.
actually says in the inspiration it has to be someone who can hear you.
Okay.
So he does it and he goes, shit, and then goes, hello, because he can't hear himself either. But he does break through. He's no longer frightened or paralyzed at the end of his turn, or deaf.
Deafened? Okay.
He goes, thank gods. Okay. Anura, you're up. Ilmay, you're on deck.
Fuck. Who's taking some damage? Is Alexios took some damage, right?
Yeah.
Is he within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna use the bonus action from whatever the fucking spell is, Aura Vitality, to give him 2d6 hit points back.
Okay.
So, do I roll it or does he roll it?
You roll it. It's your spell.
Okay, you get back 5 hit points, bud.
Yay! I got 14 whole hit points, guys.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I got fucked up.
I
That was
Holy
13 and
shit.
18 damage.
And then I can't do shit, so I'm just gonna cast Thaumaturgy because it's the only other verbal thing I have, and just yell "fuck you" as loud as I can.
The
Okay.
only person who hears it is Eric's.
You do so. The Sphinx uses 2 legendary actions
Oh God, I fucked
to
up.
teleport right behind you and
I
says,
fucked up.
"You are in my realm, child. Answer my riddle and the pain can stop." Alright, Ilmay, you're up.
You haven't even tried to
Oh,
answer. Like,
Anora,
we're
make
just
a wisdom
trying to-
save.
We're just fighting right now. Oh my-
Is that a wisdom save?
Yeah, just to see if you can break through.
Fucking 17 again. I rolled a 2.
Oh, sorry, it's just too low. Ilmay, you're up. Alexios, you're on deck.
Okay, well, I can't do anything. So,
Oh,
because all my stuff requires
Wait.
movement.
I even hear the Sphinx.
Oh no, you can't. You can't. You can feel his hot breath against your neck, and you know he said something gross.
I have a side question.
Yeah.
You know how like Elmay wears that weird blood glass necklace?
Whoa,
Yeah.
yeah!
Does that ever
it's
come into
supposed to,
effect with
like-
anything?
It's a magical dampening thing.
Oh yeah. What does that do?
Let me look really quick.
I mean, I got
I
the
can't
blitz.
be
in there.
responsible for all your magic
Magical
items.
thing. Yeah.
I forgot all about that thing. Okay, so anytime the wearer is targeted by a spell from an arcane caster, I don't know if that counts. They take half damage instead. If they're subjected to a spell from an arcane caster that requires them to make a saving throw, take half the damage on success. I think it's all about like damage. If an
Yeah.
arcane, no, yeah, it's all about damage. It doesn't
is,
protect.
and also these roars are not spells.
Yeah, yeah. So it's that.
But it's good
it
to
does-
remember that.
Yeah. Alright.
Anything you want to do, Ilme?
I guess I'll just take the dodge action. I can't do
Ilme,
anything.
I feel so bad because you have done nothing this entire dungeon.
know!
All right, go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Screwed me. Okay. I don't think it's high. 15.
No. Alexios, you're up. Ryujin, you're on deck.
I forgot I was muted. You know me. Wait. As a matter of fact, I am going to expose my left shoulder blade and say, "You think we can stop this and get like a hint or something? Cause like,
I'm gonna expose my left shoulder blade.
it's the,
Seduce.
come on."
It's gonna go on the quotes list.
Is that your
Alexios
turn?
might be classed into Bard.
It was the Divine brand that I showed him. By the
No, I got it.
Okay.
I'm so
Is that your
sorry.
turn?
Is that an action?
No. Unless, if you want it to be an action, you can make a persuasion check. Otherwise, it's sort of like in passing.
I would like to make a persuasion check
Go ahead.
because I got 14 hit points. And he's going to be angry. So
And I'll
roll
say it's a bonus action to do this.
natural 19, making it I think it's a dirty 20.
Do
Okay.
you have your inspiration? Can't you use that on
You
that?
know what? I just remembered that, and that's a 6. So 26.
Okay. He looks at you, and with his toothy grin. Your parentage will not help you here, boy. The riddle has been asked.
I didn't get much time to think about this riddle, man.
Think about it right now. In the crushing silence that is your life right now, all you can think of is the lasting words of the Sphinx.
I didn't like that because I felt a little called out in real life.
All right, is that your turn, Alexios?
That's a bonus action. I still got an action.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, if that's the case, now I'm gonna make 2 chakram attacks.
Go ahead.
So one's like a 26 and the other is like a 21.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage on both.
Uh,
Alexios single-handedly kills the Sphinx.
it's not
How do you
gonna
want to do
happen.
this?
That is 10 points of damage
All right.
and 8 points of damage.
Okay. All right. He takes the damage, and in response, he pulls out a claw, smiles at you, and lashes out at Anora behind him.
Not me.
That is a 26 to hit Anora.
Yeah, definitely hit, Sammy.
I just like telling you the number. 17 points of slashing.
Fuck. It won't let me do the thing.
All right. Ryujin, you're up.
Fuck, man.
So my biggest question right now is, in part of the riddle is he says, the answer lies within my realm. And realm, does that just mean like the area we're in, or that's got me confused a little bit.
It's a riddle.
Yeah.
Do we know what happens if we answer the riddle wrong?
Nope.
God.
Is it like the other room where we only got one reply? Oh my god! If I threw something hard enough,
Won't
could
say
I
how.
push Ilme into that door frame?
Answer lies within
No.
my realm.
You throw it through
I won't
dimensions.
say how. Yes, I'm just trying to
Like
investigate.
I threw like something at
Trial
their
pools.
chest, and they just like
Starts
fell back
now.
into the frame. Like,
Wait, so is Adagio? I saw Adagio jump through this curtain, and they were gone.
Yeah, and you have not heard anything from him since.
Eldritch
Okay.
Blast, Ilmate for me.
No. Okay, in that case, I'll use the dodge action to try and, I guess, not be paralyzed.
All right, go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Okay. All right, nice D20. Don't fail me now. Well, that's probably not going to work, but 15?
15 does not work. But you can go ahead and make a save for Kai as well.
Okay. What the hell? He gets a natural 18 and I got it. Okay. And he has a +1, so 19 for Kai.
Yeah, Kai's fine.
What the hell?
Kai's like, I don't know what your problem is, master. All right. That's your
Can
turn. Legion.
I can't do anything with Kai now, huh?
No, because he makes a save at the end of his turn.
Can I just summon my tentacle to drag me to the other side of the room?
I don't think the tentacle can drag, but yes, you can summon your tentacle.
There's no point then. I guess.
I'll put it on the map just so you can have it when you want it.
I mean, there's nothing I can do. Maybe it's the curtains. Maybe that's what's split. 2 curtains in his realm of this area.
The answer is curtain. You got it.
Yes. Curtains. These curtains of vanishing. I don't know.
Great. That brings us to the Sphinx's turn.
Oh god, he's right behind me.
Yes, he is. And he's gonna make 2 claw attacks against you, Anora.
Oh no.
The lower is a 21.
Accept my fate.
I would like to side note and say I prepared no healing spells.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
You monster.
You are a cleric, right?
This was before we came in here.
Did you?
I have
Wait, I'm
Revivify
sorry.
ready.
I'm sorry. After all the debate about the fact that I only prepared Aura Vitality and Cure Wounds, you prepared no healing spells? Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Goodbye, guys.
Anora, total, you take 40 points of damage.
I'm down. I had 32 hit points.
Anura falls unconscious.
God damn it. You say you take bribes. It's not true.
All right. That is the Sphinx's turn. That brings us to Amber, who is still fucked up. Can't do much. And she can't even move to cure wounds you.
All right, Sammy. $12 and a 10-piece McChicken from McDonald's for the answer.
Sammy, I will cash out. I will Venmo you $10 if you don't kill my character as soon as I deposit a check tomorrow.
Bro, get off my dice tray.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing she can do. There's nothing she can do to help right now. Yeah, so she's just gonna end her turn and hope to be free for next round, which she isn't. I was going
back through all of the stuff that Isaac had drawn, and it was the picture of Anora that he first drew with like the bear paw over it, whatever. And in the caption, it says "always walking the line between living and dying," and I'm really exemplifying that in the last couple of sessions.
Yeah, you are.
Nah,
okay, Scorch is up. Scorch still fucking petrified, but she does have healing word, and you are in range.
Oh my god!
I'm deafened?
Wait, I'm deafened. I can't hear it.
Oh wow.
I don't think you need to.
Please don't tell me I don't.
She just needs to be able to see you. So
Oh,
if she's not
thank
blinded, so she's okay.
These effects still affects us when we're down?
Oh yeah.
Sad face.
Okay, she's gonna use her. She's gonna use a 3rd level spell slot for Healing Word.
Holy
So
shit.
3d4.
Oh, my starry form dropped too. Damn
Oh,
it.
it does. It definitely does. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Well, on the bright side, I've already got a character already rolled up.
I need to go
15
roll
points
my
of healing,
character up.
Anora.
Thank you. This is my
You can't
heavy reminder.
you can't hear the magic that raises you, but you can feel the warmth even from far away, the warmth of Scorch's fire in your blood that pulls you back up.
I'd just like to appreciate Quirky in chat. Look, give me 10 minutes to get home and I'll pay what I have to get Anora back up.
I love it. Okay, that brings us to Adagio. You're up.
Ooh, and I can't do anything.
All right, let me check if Scorch saves. Oh, Scorch has a natural 19. Scorch does save at the end of her turn.
Oh, nice.
Wait, how would you not be able to do anything? You weren't in the room with the roar, right?
The roar echoed into all of the rooms.
Oh.
All of this is his terrain.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how are we supposed to answer the? Yeah, investigate. Psych. Parallel. Like, what?
Hey, Sammy, I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
How many hit points below 0 can I drop before it's instant death?
You have to go to your full hit points negative, basically, in one hit.
Okay. Okay, cool.
You're fine.
Cool,
You're fine.
cool.
In one hit?
Yeah. So like, if you have, let's
No,
say, 20
okay.
hit
If you get,
points,
like-
if you take 40 points of damage, then you're out.
Oh, so if you get
I
like
was
punted by a Trask, instant death.
yes.
Basically, yeah.
I was concerned that it was half, because if it was half and she hit me for that, or that he hit me for that much again, I was going to instant die.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. Adagio, what you doing? You're now standing
Freaking...
paralyzed, deafened in a room that seems to be full of your deceased friends.
What a weird sight. Well, I can't really do much, so I'm just gonna Ward of Radiance and see if it does anything to my surrounding.
Oh, what does that do?
I utter a divine word, and burning radiance erupts from me. Each creature I can see has to make a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 of like radiant. I don't.
Gotcha. So your form lights up even more, and the light emanates out from you. Your passive perception is 13. It doesn't seem to have any effect on the bodies at your feet.
I can't really do anything else. I'm just gonna end it.
All right, wisdom saving throw.
Come on, +6. I really need something high. 19.
19. You are okay. At the end of your turn, you feel your mind become your own again.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna just make it so that the chat can see more of what we're seeing here. Cool. That brings us to Keth's turn. Keth is still fucked up. He can't do much. So, actually, before Keth's turn, the Sphinx is going to use a legendary action and turn to Scorch. Your friend was not as easy, but you seem like a perfect target. I'll try to cast Banishment again.
Oh, God.
Here it comes.
She just makes the save. She
Oh
literally
my God.
hits the save. Hits the save.
Oh, Jesus
God.
Christ. Sammy, I was gonna be like, you just showed us the mini you made for Scorch and you immediately banished her.
Amazing. Okay.
Yay!
So that's his legendary action. Keth can do nothing, so Keth is going to see if he saves. No, he doesn't. Keth needs to get an 18, 19, or 20 in order to save from this. Eric's turn. Eric's is okay. So he God, he's not prepared for battle. That is not what he's built for.
This doesn't like any of the space slumber are built for battle.
Yeah, I mean Eric's is built for charm. He's basically just a charm guy, and it doesn't seem like the Sphinx
Scorch
can be
isn't
charmed.
built for battle.
Scorch,
Yeah, she's a
Scorch
little
can
more
fight.
built for
Scorch can
battle.
fight. Yeah. Eric's
I
might
can't even.
make an attack. Oh, this is
Dang,
way better. This is way better. Way better.
Counterspell again?
Huh?
Kef couldn't counterspell again?
Oh, he totally
Didn't
could have.
Scorch
It
just
ended up
advance?
being fine, but yeah, he could have. He could have.
But wait,
Eric's
wasn't that his first turn since the last time he counterspelled? So he still didn't have it back, did he?
Oh yeah, now
was a
he
reaction.
can counterspell again. Now he can counterspell again. Okay, Eric's gonna get right up to the Sphinx and go, I hope this works, and will kiss the Sphinx.
Can I see
Try
this
it.
through the curtain?
No,
Yeah,
no.
right in front of Anora.
Oh, hold on.
Besitos.
I now have a Pierce the Veil song stuck in my head. I'm just on music association tonight, apparently.
14. That works.
What did you do?
The Sphinx, for a minute, is paralyzed.
Holy shit!
How the turns have tabled.
Great. Eric goes, holy shit, I can't believe that worked. Anura, your turn.
Oh, he can't hit me. Can I use my action to try and save instead of waiting till the end of my turn?
Pick
Nope.
up the Sphinx.
Damn it, I just want my movement back. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do because I still can only use verbal spells. I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality again because it's the only verbal spell I have. And the bonus action from it, I'm going to give myself 2d6 hit points back because holy shit.
All right, and I assume you get up from prone.
Can I? I was paralyzed.
Oh right, no, you're stuck there.
Yeah, so I got myself.
You're
9
right.
hit
You're right.
points back.
Carry on.
I was like, wait a minute. I like raised myself up somehow, like fully paralyzed. That's it then.
All right, that brings us to.
Can I try and save now?
Oh yes, sorry.
I got an 18.
18. You're okay.
I rolled an 11.
Bink. You're totally fine.
Finally.
By the way, did you cast Aura of Vitality again?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, Ilme, you're up. Alexios, you're on deck.
Well, I got nothing. Let's just roll to see if I can get this wisdom
Sure.
thing how to. I can't do anything.
You know what I like more than cars? Knowledge. That's all I can think of.
You know what I like more than my yellow Lamborghini?
No,
Knowledge.
I didn't make it.
Sorry, Ilme. This dungeon has been Ilme's worst experience.
Yeah.
All right, Alexios, you're up.
Okay.
You have a
Oh.
paralyzed Sphinx in front of you.
So is that an auto crit?
It's advantage.
Dang.
If it was an autocrit, I'd be dead.
Yeah, so I'm attack him. That's it.
Go ahead. Roll with advantage.
I'm rolling my Sammy die the first time. For the
Okay.
first time.
I don't trust the Sammy die anymore.
Bruh, Sammy die just did me great. I got a natural 20 on that joint.
Oh shit! Rolled double crit damage, man.
Ah, my neck. Do you roll 2 dice or you just double the 1-6?
You roll double the dice. So if it's a d6, then you can roll 2d6 instead.
So that's 7 plus 5. That's 12.
12 points of damage. All right.
For the first one.
Yeah. Second one.
Second one. 22.
22 points of damage?
22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits. That hits.
9 points of damage.
All right, that sounds more realistic. I'm like, holy shit.
And
I have
then
a
I'm going
question.
to send
Yeah.
Forge.
Real quick, go ahead and do your turn, Alexios, because this is very random, but
An attack.
Go ahead.
That would be a 9 to hit.
9 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yo,
Nora, what was your
Forge
question?
sucks.
because I was about to put in all of our emotes in chat. What would you do if one of the party members died with the emotes? Like, would you just get rid of our emote?
Listen, let's play that by ear, huh?
I just thought about it. Sorry.
Keep the emote, but put RIP right under it.
Yeah, just make it
Make
black
it
and
black
white.
and white.
Yeah.
I got a O. I don't want to
Alright.
redesign new emotes, you guys.
Yeah, we can do that.
Might not have a choice.
Sorry, that was very random, but like I couldn't get it out of my head.
All right, Ryujin, you're up.
Oh. Still paralyzed, right?
Yeah.
Dodge action.
All right, go ahead and make your save.
Big D20, don't fail me now. Natural 18. I don't know if I add anything to that.
Whatever your wisdom save is.
4, so 22.
Ryujin, you are back to normal.
Hell yeah. And that was my action,
That's
right?
that's the end of your turn.
What?
Yeah, you can only make the save at the end of your turn.
Yeah. Before that, no, I'm kidding. It's not like I can really do anything.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Just have Kai fly around a little bit. That's all. That's my turn.
All right.
Sad.
What the fuck is the Sphinx gonna do on his turn?
I also have a random question now.
Yeah.
If I'm paralyzed and I was like, I want to use my action to ready a spell in case I become unparalyzed and then I unparalyze myself, would I just shoot that spell off?
I mean, yes, but also you can always choose not to take the trigger if you don't want to. Damn it. All of his spells are doing nothing for him.
I don't think that's true at the moment, but he's definitely not doing nothing.
Okay, he's going to look at Eric's and, while casting command, say, release.
Can Kev counterspell that?
Can he talk if he's paralyzed?
Can I counterspell that?
You can talk if you're paralyzed. Yeah, Ryujin, if you wanna counterspell that.
Hippity hoppity. Get that spell off my property.
All right, so you're counterspelling.
Yes.
At what level?
That's good. 3rd level.
3rd level. Okay. The spell fizzles out. You successfully counterspell, and you see his eyes, because he can't move it. The Sphinx can't move his head, but his eyes try to get as close to you as possible, trying to find out the source of this counterspell. All right, that brings us to...
I want to point at Kai. It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Brings us to Amber, who still can't do anything, so she's gonna dodge and see if she can break free of this. No, God, her wisdom sucks. She needs a 19 or higher to get free of that. Scorch. Scorch is free. Scorch can attack. She's gonna have some fun. 10, 15, 20, 25. She gets advantage. And she is going to make 2 of her new chakram attacks. First attack is a miss. Second attack is a natural 20. So that is 12 points of damage to the Sphinx. And she will do a defensive flourish and add 5 points of damage on top of that, and 5 to her AC. Okay, that is Scorch's turn. That brings us to Adagio.
Yeah. Gonna walk through this door, I guess.
All right, you walk back into this chamber, and it's like breathing fresh air for the first time in a lifetime. Like, you didn't even realize how much you hated being in that room until you are now out of that room, and you're like, holy fuck.
Dungeons and the Trolls. There are trolls in the dungeon. Damn. I just want to get to that other door and see what's over there. Death. There's nothing but death in this room. So I scream out loud to everyone.
Sure. For everyone who can hear you, they hear it.
I don't think I can do anything, except for like run. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go forward my full movement and then use my action to just keep going forward.
Sure. Take the dash action.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Right here next to LA.
All right.
Hello.
At the end of your turn, using a legendary action, the Sphinx is going to teleport
No, I think.
back over here. Still paralyzed,
Okay.
but
Damn it, he said where I was trying to go.
frozen in position.
And my little drift globe follows me, right? Or can I bet?
Yeah, you can have it follow you. That's fine.
Okay, because I was like, I want either bonus action and move over.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Keth's turn. Keth can't do anything, so he's gonna see if he can save. Cocked. No, he does not. Okay, Eric's turn. Anor, you're on deck. Eric's will God, he can do almost nothing. Let's see if this will do anything. 60 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40, 45. Yeah, he's in range. He's gonna try to vicious mockery. He's gonna go.
Sphinx.
Little fucking Sphinx can't even walk, idiot.
Riddle me this, bitch.
Yeah.
Eric's just gonna fucking die next round.
Or just get banished again.
I forgot about that.
Wisdom save is actually another failure, so he does take 2d4. Takes 3 points of psychic damage.
I don't know why it's so funny.
Oh, but actually he takes none of that.
Oh.
Anora, you're up.
What? Oh, he took no damage. There's no point in me fucking doing that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do I have to climb to get on the thing that he's on, or would it just be regular
10 feet
movement?
up. It's 10 feet up.
Okay, so if I climb it, it would just count as 10 feet of movement?
It would count as 20 feet of movement.
Fuck, I can only get on the... Okay. I have 10,
Unless you have
15,
something with
20,
a climb speed.
25. I can't do any more wild shapes.
Yeah.
So full movement gets me here. If it moves. And then you said 10 to get up it?
Yeah. Or 20,
So
20 to get up.
Well, 20 to get up it.
10
so
feet
I'd
of
be
movement, yeah.
right here. And then if I walk those top 2 squares, does that count as me moving through him, or can I just be walking past him?
Walking past him, you have to walk out of those 4 squares. Those 4 squares are him.
Okay, cool. That's what I want to make sure. Okay, so then 5, if it'll move me. God damn it, it's lagging. I'm trying so hard. 5 am I moving on anybody else's screen? Now I am.
Yeah, now you are.
And then right here, if I move, basically right in the square that I'm trying to put an aura in, and an aura won't go. And then I'm going to, since I still have Aura Vitality up, take another 2d6 hit points back since I am standing right next to him.
Sure, yeah. All right,
Alright.
that brings us to Ilmay.
All right, let's try this wisdom save again.
Let's get
Go
this
ahead.
knowledge, boys.
Oh yes, I got a natural 18.
All
That's
right.
a 22.
Ilmay, finally, sound comes back to you. Your mind comes back to you. You are back to yourself. But that is the end of your turn. I'm so sorry.
It's just gonna happen again. It's okay.
Yeah. Alexios, you're up. Alexios? Alexios, you're muted.
I just noticed that.
What are you doing, buddy? Ryujin, you're on deck, by the way.
Okay, so dang, I can't get that far. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So, oh wait, I'm gonna move 25. I'm gonna move about right here.
Okay.
Make 2 chakram attacks.
He's at long range, so it would be at disadvantage, but he's also paralyzed, so it's just a straight roll.
Dope. 19 to hit.
That does hit.
And 11 points of damage.
All right. Second attack.
And 22 to hit.
Hits.
6 points of damage.
All right. I think you were the
And-
only one that's been doing damage to this Sphinx, by the way.
I know, right? Ain't that awesome?
I think Scorch has.
Oh yeah, Scorch
She
did
don't
have 2
count.
attacks. Yeah.
There's not much I can do.
Scorch does not count.
I'm
I
trying
am
to
a
investigate the
spellcaster.
room. I'm trying to investigate the room.
I am a
Gotta answer the
spellcaster.
riddle. Gotta answer the riddle.
I'm
All right,
scared
is
to
that-
answer with what I think it is.
Can
I
I
mean,
get
I was
here?
paralyzed the whole time. I couldn't.
Can you get what?
Can I get here with Forge?
Does Forge have a climbing speed?
Forge, I'm pretty sure, does have a climbing speed. It's just that this thing is confusing the stat block. Yeah, 10 feet of climbing.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, you can do that. You can get to like right there, and that's it.
And is he flanking with Honora?
No, not quite.
Almost. Well, attack anyway.
Sure.
You know.
It's still
Let's
an
see how
advantage
things go.
because it's still paralyzed.
Oh, so that was a natural 17 on the first one. Let me just
That
try
hits,
and get the
yeah.
20.
Yes, you can get the 20.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and it is a 8, so 7 points of damage.
All right. That brings us to Ryujin. You are now of your mind. What are you gonna do?
Sick. Well, first of all, I'm not sure if I should attack or try and help with the investigation. Wait, doesn't Adagio go before me? What happened?
No, Adagio's.
Oh, that was
Technically,
the
Adagio
other
goes
initiative,
after you,
wasn't
but this new initiative order started at 20, so it's a little complicated. But yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will use my full movement, which is 30 feet, to get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right here. And then I will use my action. Well, could I... Hold on. What if I just Misty stepped right into the curtain? Would they just take me away?
You don't know?
I want to try.
All right. Are you Misty stepping to the curtain or past the curtain?
Into the curtain.
So, like
So-
on its space, basically.
Yes.
Got it. Why don't you move your piece where you want it to be?
Okay. Okay. I feel like this is gonna be bad, but we'll find out. And Kaya's with me if I can get him to move.
Okay. You appear in the space of the curtain, and it is between you and the wall. You are close to it to the fact that you can feel yourself being magnetized to it. You can feel yourself being drawn in, but you are still, as of yet, on this side of the tapestry.
And so that was my movement, my action.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Adagio, give me a shove.
Can't you, with your Eldritch Blast, can't you shove something 10 feet somewhere?
Yeah, but that's an action.
Yeah.
Hit yourself with Eldritch Blast. Just
Hold on,
You
what do
could've
I
shoved
have for
Adagio
bonus
in.
actions?
Jetpack.
Oh, true. I'd like to take back everything I just. Too late. I could have. That would have been hilarious.
So I
Yeah.
can be 10 feet.
Wow. I don't even think I have any more bonus action stuff. I think that was it.
All right.
I think that's all I got.
Now we are
Yeah.
at initiative count 20. And I'm going to do the thing that I can't believe I forgot to do. And the Sphinx is going to shift itself 2 rounds into the past.
Oh no.
What?
I'm sorry.
what?
Work.
So the Sphinx reappears right here where it was and is no longer paralyzed.
I don't like that.
Eric,
Chef's
just come
kiss.
again.
He controls time in here, y'all. And that brings us to the
Wait, so
Sphinx's
this
turn.
Sphinx is Doctor Who or what?
My
Yes,
Basically,
first
Time
basically.
Lord.
My
Nice.
first reaction
He is the
to-
TARDIS.
he
Yeah.
controls time was, but he doesn't control these hands. Is all I can think.
If only
Famous
Odell
last
was
words.
here, that
God,
joke-
I need to be a bard just for vicious mockery.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so now that he's here again, he's going to try to banish again. Let's see who he's banishing. Odd is
Can Kev counterspell this?
uh,
Let me
Keth.
just keep reminding.
Yeah, I don't have
Let
any
me-
more spells.
Let me see. Actually,
Oh.
let me just double check real quick to see
It's up to them.
if counterspell is just verbal.
Oh. You got a
Counterspell is somatic,
Ah,
so he
dang.
can't. He cannot. So odd is Eric's, even is Scorch.
Who's rolling? Or are you rolling? Okay.
I did.
Let's roll again.
So he looks over to Scorch and casts
Damn.
banishment.
Fuck.
She still rolled high though.
Oh fucking hell. Sammy, this is not good for my anxiety. Oh god.
Ugh.
She saves. She just saves. She
Oh,
just
fucking
saves.
God.
Clutch Master Scorch. Wow.
All right. That brings us.
Dude, she's like, no, take it back.
That brings us to Amber, who is still useless. So she's gonna see if she can break through, and she can't. Scorch is now still in melee. She's going to counter around to here to get advantage on this because of flanking with Alexios. And we'll make 2 hand axe attacks. That one's cocked. Ooh, that's a natural 20 on 1. And that's a... both of those hit. One of them's a crit. So I'll do the crit first. Double ones on a crit. So that's 5 points of slashing. And the other one is 7 points of slashing. More on the non-crit. Love that. Love that for us.
On her best.
Yeah. Yeah, that's her turn. Adagio, you're up.
Woot woot. gonna jump in, but that's like 10 feet of movement, right? How much would it take if I grabbed Ilme and Ryujin?
Well,
I mean,
you
to be
with
fair, you don't really have to grab me. You could just tackle into me.
But I kind of want to see if we see different things. Oh, well, yeah, same, yeah. I'm
um
just gonna bear hug Ryujin and fall in.
yeah, sure. I'll say you can do that. It does take double movement, but you can both shove your way into this cavern.
With my
And
drift
you find
glove.
yourselves in a different underground cavern, similar in aesthetic to the one on the other side of the room, but empty. That is, at first it's empty. But you see something emerge from the shadows. Something large. You hear the of footsteps as you see emerge from the shadow with its head high above you the scaly figure of an enormous dragon. But it's bizarre, the scales seem to be constantly changing, almost like a kaleidoscope effect. In a moment it looks red, and then silver, and then brass, and then green. It's every different type of dragon all at once. I need Adagio to roll me a D8, please. Or sorry, a D10. D10.
Oof.
What is happening?
Is the 0 a 10 or a 0?
0 is a 10. Okay, I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Wait.
I mean, it's not. So
Ooh, 19 in total.
Okay.
dirty 20.
Wow.
Okay. So, you see as this multi-scaled dragon, it seems to coalesce into these pure white scales as it goes, and a cone of frost energy comes out of it. Because you guys both saved, you will take half damage.
This is where we die. Wait, I have
At least it's not
resistance to
alone.
cold damage.
So you're going to take a quarter of this.
Yes.
I do not have that ability. I will die.
So halved. So Adagio, you're going to take 13. Ryujin,
God.
you only take 6 points of damage.
Sick.
And then as
Can we
soon
speak to
as
the
the frost dissipates, once again the scales go all sorts of different colors.
This is a dragon slot machine.
Basically. Alexios, or sorry,
No, wait,
Adagio, you still have your action and all that stuff.
Can I how much distance do you think I still have? I think I took 10 to get in here, and it was double because I took Ryujin with me.
Yeah, so you still have 10 feet of movement.
So if I like dragged Ryujin back out.
If you dragged him back out, it would take all 10 of your movement to get to exactly where you are right now. Yeah.
But I'd be on the other side of this curtain, right? No more dragging?
Yes, yeah. You guys would be safe back in
Right.
the cavern with the Sphinx that's killing you.
You know.
Safe probably isn't the best word.
Okay, so I'm just gonna drag him back with my little drift globe.
All right.
Walk in, get covered in frost. Nope.
Yeah, so everyone else sees Adagio tackle Ryujin in, and then a split second later, he drags Ryujin out, and they're both covered in ice crystals.
Okay, so we saw Kaleidoscope Dragon in the first room and Death in the second room. What the frickus is this? And Ryujin knows both of this because Ryujin's standing next to me, and I told him earlier I was in the other room. But
Sure.
I like my brain cells aren't connecting.
All right, it is now Keth's turn. Keth can do nothing. Let's see if he saves. Nope, single digits again. Eric's turn. Well, actually, no. Before Eric's turn, the Sphinx is going to try once again to banish him.
The Sphinx and banishment.
It wants to get rid of him, especially since he was the one that really fucked him up with that paralyze. So let's see if he can save.
Hey, like, what am I, chopped liver?
R.I.P.
He's safe.
feel like-
I mean, he keeps trying to banish these bards with these high charisma saves, and that's what you need to save from banishment. So it's still fine. So Eric's And he could banish you guys, but it's not nearly as influential as if he banishes someone back to their home plane. So Eric's is in melee and will make a rapier attack since he's here.
Where do we go if we got banished?
You would go to a harmless demi-plane.
Oh.
Unless you're not on your plane of existence, then you get pushed back to your plane of existence.
So we'd like pop up in a bag of holding.
Potentially, yeah.
That'd be an interesting one.
Oh, so he makes a rapier attack, and it doesn't seem to even penetrate the fur. And he goes, "Oh, shit. I guess it's not magical or some shit." That's Eric's turn. That brings us to Anura.
Alright. Owlbear is trying its best to let me see the map,
sorry.
and it's not. There we go. I'm going to attempt to open the chest.
Okay. You go ahead and try. It is locked.
Okay. This is not me answering the riddle. This is just me throwing it out there to see what happens. This is just me saying it out loud to everybody. I'm just going to yell as loud as possible. Every queen needs a crown.
Every rose has its thorn.
God damn it.
Eric's goes, "Can I steal that lyric?"
Oh my goodness.
Nothing else. Nothing seems to happen. Anything else, Nora?
I'm going to. No one else is within 30 feet of me, are they?
Forge.
Has Forge taken any damage though?
Forge also he
I'm
heals
hurt.
differently, so your healing spell would do nothing to him.
You have to be within 30 feet of me for me to heal right now.
Just heal yourself.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm gonna give myself another 2d6. So I got 11 more points back if D&D Beyond would let me add them.
All right, you got it. Ilmay, you're up. You finally have a turn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and run over to the chest. So let's see here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Bonus action dash.
Okay.
So 5, and this is how much to get up here?
It would cost 20 feet of movement.
So that's 25, so 30. Okay, yep. I can get right up next to Nora, and I will use my action to try and pick this lock.
Okay, go ahead and make a Thieves' Tools check.
Ooh, I got a 27.
27. So, you put your tools into this keyhole, and you fish around. It does seem like a very complex lock, even though it's ancient. So it's rudimentary in the material, but complex in the design. And you manage to find something, and you just make a soft click, and there's a split second where you go, "Got it," before you realize that wasn't it. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, okay, I'm good at those.
Like, I'm good at those.
Well, I rolled a 7, but I add.
It's actually just a mimic.
15.
You got advantage. Perky just redeemed advantage.
All right, go ahead and take advantage.
Oh, yes, I got a natural 18 plus 8, 26.
Okay, so with the 26, you only take half damage, so you take 19 points of lightning damage,
Oh, goddess.
and you are propelled 20 feet away,
Oh my god.
and you fall 10 feet,
Fucking god.
taking 6 more points of bludgeoning.
So was Princess Azula hiding in the chest or what?
That's what happens when you don't check
I
for
like
traps.
how we're only going
my
with
Redirect
Avatar
it.
references.
Not through the heart, through the stomach.
You gotta redirect it.
I forgot how to. Ah,
So,
I got
There
it.
you go.
Anora, you're like, "Oh shit, it's locked," and then Ilmay's like, "I got this." Go, "I got it," and it's gone.
Oh
Help me.
Wait, Is it 16-year-old Ilmay or is it 6-year-old Ilmay?
It's 16-year-old.
16.
She's back to
Oh,
her,
okay.
her actual
Okay.
form.
Oh, that would have been so hilarious.
Ilmay, go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me to see if you land prone.
Oh my god, if you land on your feet.
I want to go get my
Do a
Azula
backflip.
now and just like sit at the top of my head and be like, remember,
Do a flip.
redirect.
You're gonna do a superhero landing and slide back a few.
What was that? 15?
16.
16. Yeah, you managed to, like, you're out of breath. But you managed to get back to your feet. You're like, holy shit, that was dumb.
I'm so glad I had that advantage. I would have died.
And that's the only
Alright.
advantage we can get for like an hour.
Yeah.
Still waiting for someone to give me advantage, but that's fine. Alexios, you're up.
I've got it up. If something good happens, you'll get it. I redeem it for an NPC that we like.
Dang. Hold on. Trying to pull up the map. Laptop's being. Oh no, we good. We live, baby. I got flanking with Scorch, right?
You do, yes. So you're at advantage.
Oh. Hell yeah. 2 chakram attacks. Slice.
Chop chop.
That.
Hold.
Hold on. Oh my god. That would be an 18 for the first one to hit.
That hits.
Oh. That's refreshing. Hold on. And the second one is what is that? A 13 to hit.
13 misses.
So for the first damage, it's 10 points of damage.
All right.
And I am going to send Forge 18, 20, 25, 30, 35. Where he would be flanking with Eric's.
Sure, yeah.
And
Ryujin, you're on deck.
are you freaking serious?
Huh.
It's a 11. I rolled a 7 and an 8 with advantage.
Sorry, buddy. Is that your turn? All right. Ryujin, you're up.
I hate puzzles and riddles.
That's why I'm attacking him. Go do what I do.
He can't answer a riddle if he's dead.
What if we kill the Sphinx and don't answer the
as
riddle?
a smart person,
Well,
I mean,
it's
that's
like
not going to happen, but
it says the answer lies within my realm, but split I won't say how. Best then start investigating for your trial, fools. Starts now. So something is here, within this area, which I'm guessing, also means within, like, behind the magic curtains. You know what I'm saying?
investigation.
So there was a lottery slot machine dragon, and all of our dead corpses, like that scene from Tony Stark in Infinity War, when he
100%,
sees
yes.
all the Avengers just dead.
Yeah.
that Infinity War?
Age of
Wasn't
Ultron,
it?
technically.
Oh, Age of
That's
Ultron.
Age of
My bad.
Ultron.
Yeah.
God, we're such nerds.
It was foreshadowing
Nerds.
Infinity War.
Yes.
That was really good though.
So does this mean that we're gonna have an all-out war with a bunch of? No, anyway.
What does it mean?
Does
I
this mean
don't
we get to
know.
fight with the Avengers?
What are we missing?
It means
Out
you're
of
about to get
frustration,
snapped.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast the Sphinx.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, no, I'm gonna do it. Fucking. Well, that's awful. I rolled a natural 1 to hit, +7, so 8.
No. Natural one's a natural one, my friend.
Mm.
No, it's not.
What about the second bolt?
I don't want to roll in D&D Beyond anymore. It was the first time I did it tonight. That's an 18 +1, 19. Wow.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll force damage.
World of difference. A D10 +4. So if I can find a D10, my eyes fail me right now. Here we go. 11.
11 points of damage. All right. Anything else,
that
Ryujin?
is my action. Can I just yell out Because I'm assuming that. Wait, Adaji, have you told me what was in the last room? Not like the one that we were just in, but.
Yeah, he told you it was in the first room. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna yell out what's in both of them, and I don't understand the riddle.
All right, that's
Can
your
we
turn.
get a hint?
Yep.
I give you advantage. Will you give us a hint?
I think we're gonna take a break here because it's now we're back at the Sphinx's turn. So we're gonna come back to finish this fight because Sammy needs to pee. But that gives you 10 to 15 minutes, guys, to try to figure out the riddle. Chat, if you figure it out, you get a gifted sub. So a tier 3 gifted sub if chat figures it out before the cast does. So we're gonna be back momentarily. Go take your pee break, but be ready to be back for the finale of this TPK. Bye. And we are back. Thank you guys for joining us today. If you're just catching this for the first time, or you didn't watch the first half of this episode, the party's getting fucked by a Sphinx. But let's see what happens now.
Well,
So
at least you're honest.
It
Wait.
is the Sphinx's turn.
Facebook post.
Sammy is nothing if not consistent.
Would Ilme's necklace have done anything with that lightning bolt? Now that I think about it, why do I keep forgetting this thing now?
It's not a
No,
spell.
this is
It wasn't a
spell.
spell. And also,
Yeah, like-
it's an item, not an arcane caster. It's really good against like fighting wizards and sorcerers and stuff, and bards.
It'd be good against
What about
Ted.
clerics?
It'd be good against the face lumber too. If you ever needed to fight them outright.
So
Let's
would
have
my
some
blood
fun.
glass lenses have the same like effect then?
No, because the glass lenses only affect things targeting your eyes specifically. So like a blindness.
Okay.
Yeah, they're way
Like
less
ward
powerful.
flares?
I see. What if I make
Yeah,
them
like
into
that.
necklaces? What if I
Okay,
wear them around
let's
my
have
neck?
fun.
No.
I don't like it when you say
You
that.
sounded so sad when you said it. Like, okay. let's
Okay,
have
I
fun.
need. Okay, I'm gonna have Elizabeth roll
Okay.
a d6 for me. On an even, it attacks the face lumber. On an odd, it attacks Alexios and Forge.
Is 6. Oh,
So it's the
even.
face lumber.
Yeah.
Rip. They're gonna go after Eric's again.
Boy got 14 hit points.
So you see the Sphinx mutter some arcane words, and this pillar of fire detonates across Eric's and Scorch. They are both gonna make dexterity saving throws here,
Oh no.
Scorch just like, oh yeah, this is nice.
and
Don't
they
say
both
besides,
rolled
Scorch
single
is so mean.
digits. Single digits. That's not great. That's not great. So they both fail.
Oh no.
Sammy, you're showing us all these minis of NPCs, and then you just kill them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the good news is, Scorch is resistant to fire, so she's only gonna take half
Scorch
of
should
this.
be a to fire.
So that is 22 points of fire to Eric's,
Dang.
and minus 11 to Scorch.
Damn, boy.
Dang.
And then there's the radiant damage, which Eric's is resistant to.
Eat thick.
God.
Oh my goodness.
17.
Oh my goodness
So
gracious.
Scorch takes all 17 of that.
God.
Heard, don't get hit by that.
It basically balanced out for them.
Basically, yeah. And Eric's only takes 8. Okay.
Yeah.
That is his turn. That brings us to Amber. Amber is still fucked up. So that's all Amber. Yeah, Amber's just gonna try to break free of this again.
Wait a second, Enora.
What?
What the fuck is up, Kyle?
4.
Why are you whispering?
Because we have a secret.
Secret.
I don't want to interrupt Sammy, so I'm whispering because we're quieter.
Yeah, that's not
Just
interrupting me
whisper
at
it on
all. Thank
Twitch.
you.
Just whisper it on Twitch. Let me get back in chat.
Scorch is now super fucked up. In one hit, she is not looking great anymore, so she is going to Healing Word herself at 5th level, using her only 5th level slot.
Oh.
Yeah, how strong are the face slumber?
Scorch is
bar.
level 7, Eric's is level 8.
10,
14 points back to her.
only?
Alright, that brings us to Adagio.
Oh, goddess. Am I doing this? Am I saying the word? I think is the word.
Just do it.
Wait, I no longer remember the name of the thing anymore.
Dragon.
Gavin, what the fuck?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna scream Dragons Do.
What are you gonna say?
I'm sorry, I got distracted by party members. The answer to the riddle is Dragons Do. Or at least I hope so. Just like that.
Adagio just explodes. No,
We all
the Sphinx looks over to you, cracks a toothy grin.
Don't do that.
An answer given. And so an answer you have earned. He immediately
Oh, Lord.
flies up into the air, high above you. You have answered my riddle. And so you may do as you wish with the artifact. Perhaps there is more to you than meets the eye. As a reward, I shall grant you an answer to a question you have yet to ask, but will before your time is done. The answer is underneath the battlefield.
Where's this?
Now do as you wish. When he
my
beats
God.
his wings, he flies up, up, up into the shadow of the cavern and is gone.
Oh my
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
goddess. Jesus.
Oh my
I love
god.
I instantly forgot the name.
Oh my god. So
This
Can we
is in
just like
character.
just stay here for like an hour?
Hey, Gavin, cheers real quick since we got the
Oh,
same
yeah.
drink, and that's what all that was about.
cheers.
Literally, as soon as I was like thinking of the word, I saw like the two of you like freak out because you realized you had the same drink, and I was like, "What is happening?"
That's what all of that was about.
I'm sorry.
What is
Yes,
going
one
on?
room had the word dragon, and the other room had the word doom.
Oh,
Where?
that's-
Oh,
It's literally the thing.
I took-
It was
What?
literally split.
Oh. My goodness. I would have
Big
never
brain
put that together. I
play.
didn't see Doom. I saw, okay, we're all dead. Dead. Sure.
I mean, that's Doom. The
Dragon.
dragon's dead.
Dragon, kaleidoscope dragon,
The-
slot lottery machine dragon.
The ironic thing is, the doom room actually would have frightened you if the person who went in there wasn't already frightened.
Oh, I was like, why did the dragon attack me? But that other one didn't do shoes.
Yeah, it would have.
But did I
Apparently
see myself dead or
Cassandra
just
realized
everyone
it.
else?
If you had been able to investigate, you would have seen the party and you and your mom and your aunt and all the kids in the orphanage, everyone you've
Oh
ever
my
met.
god.
Oh my
You
god.
see
Thought I just
everyone
cried.
you've ever met, including like that random dude who just like pushed you out of the way just
Yep.
because you met him. He's dead.
Yep. Basically anyone that you would be sad is dead would have appeared in that room.
Yeah.
Can I make a really bad joke real quick?
Sure.
Honora
After
would be in the
last
room.
couple of sessions, Nora would be in the room.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
looking around. Where's
Upon
Honora?
closer investigation,
Okay.
No
Hmm.
purple tiefling.
no horns to collect.
So,
Oh my god.
So if I die, you're taking my horn?
No. Just
Listen,
here.
if Ryujin dies and no one takes my eye patch, I will be insulted. Okay?
I'll take your eye.
Oh my god.
Don't take the eye, just take it back.
Figured out
Jesus.
over break, by the way.
Okay,
Huh?
so getting
Well,
back
just-
on topic,
Hairs and-
I
Elmay's
have a
gonna
question.
look at this chest again and make sure there's no traps.
Sammy, your gifted sub thing, apparently Cassandra did figure it out over break.
Was it in chat though?
I don't think it was.
Well, then how
Prepared a
is there
second
any way
riddle.
to know that?
Wow.
I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna go over with Ilme to climb this thingy. Because if the
Alright.
skill is in there, I have the blood glass cube, so
I'd like to Eldritch Blast them both off of the ledge.
you're behind us.
So you're gonna kill me.
I'd like the warding flare and slide my hill into his.
That's understandable. Carry on.
I've given Sammy PTSD with figuring out riddles quickly since he said he had another one prepared.
I did have a second
What
riddle
was
prepared,
it?
yeah. I'm not gonna tell you
What was
because I
the
can
second
reuse
riddle?
it. I'm not gonna reuse it. I'm
Uh-huh.
not
Is it still locked? Can we check the lock? Can I shimmy the lock?
So
I'm right
first-
here at it. Can I?
First, investigation check to see if there's any more traps.
Okay.
It's actually just a mimic that was, or a wizard that was turned into a mimic.
Yeah.
That was how much? What's my investigation?
A second sphinx is actually in here.
Oh, a baby sphinx for us to adopt.
I got a 22 investigation.
All right, investigating this lock, it does seem like whatever trap was in here has been triggered and is now dormant.
Okay, and is it still locked?
No, it is not.
Oh, thank God, it worked. Okay, I'll open it.
You open
Can I
it.
walk away while we're still doing this? By the way,
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm
And
just gonna go over here. By the way,
akin to like the dead man's chest from Pirates of the Caribbean, you open up this fairly ordinary looking wooden chest. And tucked in the corner of the chest, not on any sort of regal velvet or anything like that, just on this wood in the corner as if it's been like knocked around a bit, is a small comparatively, it's like the size of your palm, a shiny black scale, similar to the ones that you have from a Ruxal, but much larger than that. Like they go from the tip of your middle finger to like the end of your wrist, and it's a single scale.
Dragons too.
Don't
Take it
touch
and
it
run.
barehanded.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not touching that.
I'm gonna open. The
Do we
cube.
have the?
It's
We
a
can
cube.
scoop it. We can scoop it like with the
Does
box,
anybody
up against the
have-
edge
does
inside the
anybody
chest.
have
You know,
mage hand? I shot that out.
I do
Wait,
actually.
wait. Can we pick up the chest? Was like the chest small?
Yeah.
Can I just dump the chest contents into like the blood glass cube?
Yeah, you can do that.
Or just tip it over.
You could also use the blood glass cube as like a little scooper. You know, go inside the chest. scoop
Either
All right.
way, the scale falls.
Who's gonna seal the cube?
I'm standing right there with the cube.
Alexia?
Listen.
do you want to steal a cube again after everything that happened last time you
Listen.
sealed a cube?
Well, I'm literally holding it. Alexia didn't come up with us.
The dragons
I can pass it
doom?
to him.
Are you gonna forge the dragon's doom?
No.
Are you gonna
What?
reforge it?
Aren't we leaving this
Wait.
here? Aren't we leaving the scale here? We told the Sphinx
No,
we
we're
weren't taking
taking
it
this
with us.
with us.
We
What?
told the
No,
Sphinx
we're
we
not.
were leaving it.
Why are we? What?
Hold on.
Okay.
You're not taking.
Let's
this
just
Okay, I'm
decide what we're
sealing it.
doing
I'm
real fast
sealing
because
the
I was
cube.
under the impression.
I'm
Dude.
sealing
I was under the
cube
impression that we were gonna like just seal it in the
Sure.
blood
And we
glass,
did.
put it back, and
Yeah.
try and like reset everything because this was a hell of a wait. Like we
Yeah.
almost died going through the first room.
I'm pretty
second
sure
one.
we had said we were leaving it
Yeah, we
Okay.
all
because
agreed.
we decided we didn't need
We
another
have to-
target on our backs.
We're gonna have to do this again then.
And we'll be stronger.
We'll
And
be
know what to
stronger
do.
and know what to expect. We don't need that powerful of an object with us.
Yeah, I don't really
Trust
want to
me,
carry it
someone who
around.
had that
That's
with
the
them with
whole
them. No,
thing.
we had a whole link, and
What?
now we have a bunch of other people after us, including the green cloaked mute, who I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure is still after us. He
Yeah,
hasn't
and people
forgotten.
have been trying to kill us.
I mean,
They're gonna kill us
Motherfucker hasn't
anyway.
got-
They might as well get some cool loot, right?
No.
God.
We may as well drop
Yeah,
something
Sammy's
awesome.
actually just running a villain campaign for another group of people, and they're trying to
Yeah.
kill us. You know? That's their whole objective.
Okay, Okay, while everyone's arguing about this, can I cast Detect Magic to see if I sense anything like under the battlefield that's magical?
Sure. So you cast
This isn't
Detect
the
Magic and sort of
battlefield.
do a lap around this room. Definitely, there's magic coming from the curtains. Powerful, ancient teleportation magic, essentially, and illusion magic and divination magic. It's sort of a combination of the three.
Can I
And-
take a curtain? I'm just kidding.
And the only other magic item that you see, besides the ones that you guys are holding that you're aware of, is coming from the scale itself.
Okay.
Can I roll? Like, I could look through my notes, but can I like roll a religion check to like remember where Hephaestus originally split Tiamat?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a religion check. This would be at advantage because it's about your god.
I know. I got this.
Damn.
That's a 23.
23. From all of the stories, and there isn't really a historical record from this time. It's all just oral story, so you're not sure how much is myth and how much is actual history. But that being said, it is generally believed that the splitting of Tiamat happened on the divine battlefield.
Okay, wait.
Where
What if
most of
that's
the
the
conflict-
battlefield?
I have
he
another
said It's
question.
a question haven't asked yet. This can be to anything. It doesn't even have to be this battlefield. It can literally. He
Yeah.
literally just said underneath the battlefield.
Oh god, the divine battlefield.
That could be where
Well-
Doomsday, blah 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 blah.
Dragon's Doom?
It can be the other room where we had our whole battle.
Originally, that's where the battle happened. That would be the only place that like Dragon's Doom would be.
I will say,
It's,
with your religion check, Alexios, you would also, I mean, you have read a lot about Dragon's Doom. You know a lot about the various tales of Dragon's Doom. And there's a reason they call it a lost artifact, because no one knows where it is. There are many different stories about what happened to it after the splitting of Tiamat. One such story is that Hephaestus, I mean, they all sort of start with Hephaestus seeing what he had done and just dropping the sword and vowing never to use it again. But what happened after that is up for interpretation. Some people believe that followers of Hephaestus took the sword and kept it for safekeeping in case they ever need it. Other people believe that followers of Tiamat took the sword and kept it for safekeeping in case they ever needed it. And some people believed that the battlefield just absorbed it and it became like part of the universe. There's lots of different understandings of what could have happened to it, but there's a reason that it's lost.
Not talking about the artifact that we're trying to figure out where it's at. Who still needs healing before Aura Vitality fully fades?
Me.
Okay.
14 still.
Can I just like get anyone who's like near me who needs healing that I can heal near me and just like keep constantly doing Aura
Sure.
Vitality until it
Yeah,
fades?
absolutely.
Okay, great. Because I also.
And I
need
could say,
healing.
you guys, if you'd like, you can also take a short rest here.
That doesn't do anything for me.
I mean, I don't care. Just like give me my spells. I mean, can I basically just heal everybody back to full then if I'm constantly doing that?
Sure, yeah.
On with the short
Okay.
rest.
So everybody take your hit points back. So you don't have to use hit die if you don't want to.
So, Adagio, you're holding the blood glass cube with the scale. Alexios, you're gonna seal it.
No, I want to seal it.
I
I
feel like Alexio should seal it if anybody should seal it, considering it's to do with his god, and if we have to do any foraging to deal with it, he has to do it.
I agree.
Fine. I'm gonna throw it 10 feet down. Wee.
No,
So-
let him climb up.
It bounces off.
Like football players over here, like shatters instantaneously. I'm like, oh. Guess
I
I'm
will
taking the
say,
photo.
what all of you can see now that it's out of the chest and now it's in the blood glass cube, where you can sort of get a good view of all sides of it. You were seeing the top, and it looked like a beautiful gemmed scale. Like it's so black that it almost shines like obsidian. But the underside is completely flat. It's not curved at all. It's almost like it was chopped in half. And on that flat side, there is the smallest of protrusions sticking out of like the center of that straight side that looks like it has some sort of like unique screw-like pattern to it. And that's sort of it.
Are we under the assumption that like all of the guards are still outside, and like if we need to, we can get in contact with Odella fairly easily?
Sure.
I feel like at this point, now that we have it, someone needs to go get Odella, and we need to figure out how to reset these traps.
But we're still leaving it here, right?
I say leave it here.
Yes.
Well, Laethus is the one that made this, right? So maybe Adagio should pray
Laethus.
to
I thought it was it Laethus, really?
King Laethus.
It was Laethus, yeah.
Wow, that is so funny. I thought it was Theseus.
Bro.
No, it is way older than Theseus.
It was Laethus.
I thought Theseus was.
That's why this whole thing is so fucking old. It's from the very first king of Delphi.
Okay, maybe I can do
The
that.
first
Who
king.
I
I
even
think
prayed
it's
to?
possible
The
to reset
true
the traps
king
already.
of Delphi.
When I pray to Laethus, isn't he like dead?
I would
Not
say
even.
Now
this
he's
was
dead,
Hollow.
yeah. Phaeton has
Oh.
essentially overwritten his save file.
Oh, heard.
Derp.
I don't know why that was funny.
I guess pray to Faja.
Yeah.
Let's go pray to Daddy, oh Daddy. I would keep
say-
the cube with us until we learn how to reseal this, because if not, we're
Can
just
you
leaving
pray
it this.
here?
I need an altar to my father.
You're sending an altar to your father, right?
Like your decapitated head.
I'm gonna take a couple steps back.
I said that out of
Holy
character,
shit.
obviously.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
shit.
talking about your
But I
head,
need a-
Anna.
He's talking about mine. Please, I don't have to go to work.
Wait, but okay, no, but we actually need temples to our parents if we're trying to pray to them, right? Is that not
I
how
mean
that...
that's I mean you can pray anywhere, but the only way you get your like sort of demigod bonus is at a temple in their honor.
Oh,
Okay, apparently after this week, you can have my head, Adagio.
Okay. So, wait, so you're suggesting we take it with us until we know how to reset these things, and then put it back once we have it reset?
I'm with taking it with us.
oh my god. Yeah, we know that.
I mean, you have to understand, like, I've never been so close. Right?
So,
Close to what?
This is like part of my father's mistake. And when I find the rest of them, I can fix it.
Yeah, but we know where it's at, so you could always come back.
I don't deny
as-
that, and I think you're all kind of right. You just know me, right? Like,
Okay, as someone who has carried a powerful magical object with them because they thought it was the best thing to do, it's not the best thing to do. Definitely not the best thing to do.
To put it mildly,
To put it mildly, I may have sort of basically been threatened by Artemis's champion to hand it over. So it's not a good idea, to say the least.
who's gonna come and get me now? My father?
Shit, man, I didn't think anyone was gonna come after me, but look what happened.
I mean, listen.
So
I'm
this is the
all
first time
for
y'all heard
leaving
this.
it. I agree. I'm agreeable, but I don't like it.
Well,
And that's
you
fair.
know where it's at. And we can always come back once we're ready. I don't think we're ready to deal with this scale at this moment.
Yeah.
I mean,
6'5".
Even
do you
if
mean
someone came
you're not
back-
ready to deal with a challenge at this scale?
God damn it, Danny.
If they do come for the scale, they still gotta fight the Sphinx anyway, so
Yeah, so
At least it
I
has a
say,
natural guardian
What if the
while we
Sphinx
figure
is,
out how to
like,
close this.
What the fuck?
waiting, and now that it's been like the riddle has been solved, it's on like vacation?
But we told the Sphinx
I
we were
think
gonna live
it'll-
here.
yeah, if we just leave it here, I bet the Sphinx will just come back. Eventually, I bet.
Or we
I
could just throw it
actually-
into one of those side rooms.
Oh, that's
Hopefully.
how this
I don't
is
think
going.
it'll just disappear. I hope not.
Well, I just need to pick up some things, and the scale's still there. And he's like, "Damn it, back on the job."
Let's hope not. Can I so the Sphinx like flew up into the ceiling?
Yeah.
Is it like an endless
I mean,
cavern?
it goes up into shadow. You don't know exactly how tall it is.
Did he
Okay.
name himself? Like, do we know the Sphinx's name?
Nope.
Okay.
I was
There's
gonna
a
dog
little
Matergi.
sloth.
Sphinx guy. You still there?
So Adagio, your drift globe, can you like move it with your mind? How does that work? Or does it just follow you?
Girl, I don't know how that works.
It follows. You can't like send it up.
Oh, okay.
It just follows it.
Wait, Kai! Can Kai take the drift globe and like fly as high as he can?
Wow.
Kai can see in the dark.
Kai
50
did it. Wait, so can Kai see anything up there?
Wait, I
Yeah.
could see up there then. Wait a second.
I mean, you can only see 60 feet.
How high
Yeah,
is it?
Kai's got
Way more than 60.
It's like
Can I
120, I
jump?
think. 120, yeah. It's dark vision for 120 feet.
Can I jump? Can I see then?
It's 61 feet. Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want, I can send Kai up.
Yeah, you may have to send Kai up a bit more to see if he can see.
Yeah.
All right, you send Kai up, and you see through his
Oh.
eyes, and you see like rock shelf upon rock shelf at various different heights, and as he goes higher, eventually you see a form with eyes that look right at him and say, "You should be going now."
Right. Cheerio. Goodbye.
Let's go. Leave this here. Leave
Wait,
this here. Let's go.
wait, I
Go,
have a
leave it, let
question.
go.
Huh.
If Honora's detect magic still going on, is the scale still giving off a signal in the
I
blood
can
glass
recast
cube?
it. It's fine. I haven't used any first level spells except for that one.
The essence that you're getting from the scale is once the cube is sealed, it is dramatically reduced. You know, because you know how blood glass cubes work, that it negates magic effects, but it only dampens magical effects from artifacts, and this seems to be something of that god level, like the Link of Tartarus.
Does
So
it
what if
start-
we
Sorry, the
put
link
it
is-
in the blood glass cube, right? And then put blood glass, like powdered blood glass in the cube, right? And then we put
the
it in a
blood glass
bigger
in a
cube
blood-
made of
yeah.
blood glass, surrounded by even more blood glass,
You would need a lot of
powder,
blood glass.
right?
We
That's
got a lot
expensive.
of blood glass.
Hear
No, we
me
don't.
out, though. And then we
Okay.
shrink it and we put it inside a bag of holding, right? And then we
Inside
put that in a blood
another-
glass, right? And
And
then
then we hit it with a
blood
hammer.
glass.
and then then we hit it with a hammer.
Wait,
Call it good.
So if we have like a lead-lined box, could we put the blood glass cube inside of a lead-lined box, and would that help?
We
Yeah.
still have the box.
Okay. We don't
I
have
mean,
one.
the lead box that you have is not big enough for the cube. It's big enough
Okay.
for the scale, not big enough for the cube.
Is duct tape a thing in this
What
world?
if we put the
we
scale
put the
in the
scale
blood box
yeah.
inside the blood glass?
Big brain
It'd be a
plays.
tight squeeze, but you could do it.
Let's do that.
Let's try it, and then I
Yeah.
guess I'll cast detect magic again and see if D&D Beyond crashes as I click the spell slot like it did last time.
It certainly helps. What you guys would know, or actually, I think detect magic itself is canceled by lead.
Oh shit.
Well, at the very least, it's canceled by anything between you and the thing. But yeah, a thin sheet of lead will stop detect magic. So you definitely can't sense anything coming from inside the box now.
Okay, so it's definitely weaker then.
And if anyone
Alright,
got
so I
close
think
to it-
that's the best we can do. So in the lead box is in the blood glass cube. Let's put this back in the chest.
I will say,
In itself.
as you guys are I assume you guys aren't touching it, But as you're sort of like transferring it into the lead box and then closing the lead box and then transferring that into the blood glass cube, there is a brief period of time where the blood glass cube is not sealed as you open it to sort of like dump the scale out. In that moment, Alexios, you see a flash of something. Green and black. You feel wet. Not like you were underwater, but your clothes are sticking to you, like it's like you're sweaty. And you just you feel a presence behind you. And you know, without turning, what you'll see when you turn around. And you hear the voice of Offensal the Black. Interesting blood. And then it's sealed and it's gone.
Oh, did anybody else see that? Anybody else see that?
Oh,
what?
what?
Shit.
What do you
What's
mean?
The black, it was, it spoke to me.
I
was-
didn't hear shit, man.
It knows.
Are you okay, man?
Are you good? You need to lay
Just home.
down.
Need some
I
water?
mean,
It
Y'all
knows
are
what?
acting like,
I'm just
like
teasing.
y'all acting like random bitches don't talk to y'all too. But still, it was literally the black behind me. It spoke. It knows who I am.
See, there's a lot of ancient beings that seem to know at least who one member of the party is.
I love the idea they're all like sitting at a bar together, like, yo, these hands of fate, and they're like, right?
I feel like it's like all the
All I care
titans are
about
just
is
like sitting in a
Theseus
bar
wrote
with
my
all
name
of the
on a piece of
chromatic
paper.
dragons.
That's all I care
And they're
about.
just being like, all right, they're like rolling dice, being like, all right, so who's gonna target which demigod? The most of me was like, all right, I got a Nora. The Black Dragon's like, I got
the finale
Alexios.
of this campaign is going to be all of you individually fighting a different ancient being.
Let me at least hit level 20 first.
I'd like to
So-
fight Poseidon for the rights to being the sea god.
Oh my
Just
god.
kidding.
Take his
Go
throne.
for
Die
it.
so fast.
Now I'm kind of recontemplating leaving that.
Yeah, let's just leave it. It's not good to hear voices like that.
Pretty sure having it with you will make you hear voices, and it's
We
not
have blood
fun.
glass. I can make a necklace. We can do a
No.
lot of things with blood glass. We can. Holy
Okay, build it
shit.
first.
I'm going to immediately look at Alexios and go, hearing voices and an ancient artifact talking to you is not good. Take it from me.
It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. If we take it, we're screwed. If we don't take it, everyone's screwed. Can you imagine the black here with no dragon's doom?
It's been here for centuries. We'll just leave it here. The Sphinx, we know the Sphinx is still here. The Sphinx will protect it. I don't think the Sphinx will be very happy if we take this out of here and we told them it worked.
Can I shout up to the ceiling where the Sphinx is at and be like, are you still protecting this if we leave it here? Like if someone else comes in.
I have an eternal task from King Laerthus the Good.
Okay, cool. That's exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you so much.
Now close the chest and let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll drag
No.
Alexios if he doesn't want to.
We'll
I'll
gate
sell
stone
it.
him if we
No.
have to.
No,
God.
I'm good.
Okay.
That's a really.
Can I like relock the box and will that reset the trigger?
I mean, you don't have a key. Lockpicking doesn't really work in reverse.
I'm just curious.
I think she can figure it out.
I'm sure the
She's a
Sphinx
smart
could reverse
16-year-old.
time and do it for us.
Yeah,
True,
it can probably
true.
get relocked.
Lock.
All right, let's leave.
Let's dip. All right, we
Oh.
out. Are Ember and Keth good? Are they like
Yeah,
paralyzed,
I mean,
terrified?
yeah.
Crying their
Eventually,
eyeballs out?
with enough free time, they are able to resist the fright. Keth has definitely like peed himself a bit.
I want to
And
put my hand
Amber,
on their shoulders.
Amber's just like,
Employees of the month.
Amber's like, I'm
You're both getting a raise.
real sorry that
That
I
Ryujin said
wasn't
that.
much
Somebody
help
was
there.
Can I
It's
shout out
okay.
to the Sphinx
Neither
one
was
more
I.
time? If we leave, do the traps reset?
To be completely honest, I do not know. I do not believe King Laeth is prepared for the possibility of someone leaving without. It was either they are not worthy and they die, or they are worthy and they take it.
Since I have an idea. Since you were able to control time, can you reset the whole thing if you were to walk out of this room and then walk back slowly?
What you see is my realm.
Okay,
I have
was
no
just-
control over what is beyond that door.
Okay, cool. It was worth a shot. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for not killing us.
What's your name, by the way?
Yeah.
A name is earned. If you
Look,
would
can
like
we name you?
another bat, I would be more than willing to give you another riddle.
good.
No,
I'm good.
let's
You
go.
son of a
Good,
bitch.
Good,
I'm
good,
in.
good, good, good.
Bye.
Please, no, thank you. Bye. Have a great day.
You can
Don't
call me
come back
John.
and see us. Please don't come back and see us for any reason.
Unless, of course, you get bested and someone steals the scale, and we need to know about it.
Can he like if that was to happen, can we ask that you like find a way to tell us maybe?
I believe if something were to happen to the scale, you would undoubtedly know in some form or manner.
You haven't noticed we're a bit of a mess.
Allow
Can
me
you-
to assist you.
God, I'm scared.
And once again, you hear the flapping of wings as he comes down to your level. If you would indulge me for 10 minutes, I would like to present you with a prize.
Who is he talking to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All of it.
I'll take it. Let's go.
I'm intrigued.
Okay. He walks around the room for about 10 minutes, muttering arcane words. And as the spell takes hold, you see materialize out of thin air a long wooden table. And then on top of it, a beautiful white tablecloth appears out of nothing and flits onto the table. And then fine china, plates, bowls and cups and goblets and chalices. And then all of them are filled to the brim with all of your favorite foods and drinks. Even things that don't seem to go together, you have them all. You have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have desserts. You have every delicacy you've ever imagined or you've ever tried is at this long table. And he
Is it
finishes.
Heroes Feast?
It is, in fact, a hero's feast.
Oh yeah!
No
Wait, it's a
way.
what?
Shit.
So, a hero's feast, if you spend an hour eating at a hero's feast, you gain the following benefits.
Level 7.
That's funny. You
Oh
are
my God.
cured of all diseases and poison. You become immune to poison and being frightened. You make all wisdom saving throws with advantage, and your hit point maximum temporarily increases by 2d10, and you gain the same number of hit points added to you, and all those benefits last for 24 hours.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
cool. Let's go try as many
Just wanna
poisons
put
as
I
we
out-
wish
want.
we could just
Thank
like.
you.
Where
So
you doing
you
is just
guys-
going
Later.
ham on
You
some
guys
oysters,
all,
you know?
You guys all gain, so your hit point maximum temporarily increases by 5, and you gain up to that amount of hit points.
We do that on D&D Beyond. Or
You could
have to
just
keep track of
make
it?
them temporary. Just make them temporary
Okay.
hit points.
How much was it? I already
How
forgot.
much is it?
5.
Yeah.
Just 5 hit
Five.
points.
5 hit mark. Man, we could just eat this, go for another bout with the Sphinx, right? And just
Oh my
ask
God.
any question.
No,
We
no,
can't be
no.
frightened anymore. We can't be frightened anymore. Come on, you
Guys,
guys.
we're not doing this.
Imagine he makes you this beautiful feast, and you're like, great. Pow, pow, pow.
Pow, pow, pow,
We
pow.
finished this feast, just turned back. You played yourself.
He just looks at him and goes,
Congratulations, you
another
displayed
one.
yourself.
I want to lean over and see what Ilmay's favorite foods are.
Ilmay, what are you eating?
Oh, jeez. The stuff that was made at the festival.
Oh, the fish
Aw.
dish?
There you go.
Yeah.
Sure.
Both of those. So you have the fish dish and the white cake. You have both of them at your disposal.
Oh, I just
Shows you
realized.
how much Ilmay eats other things.
It's that and
You're
rations.
A literal
That's it.
child.
That's good.
I just realized I don't even know what a Nora would eat. I've never thought about that. Holy shit.
Nuts and
I just-
olives.
I just know they're a
Nuts.
vegetarian. They're vegetarian.
Is the food good?
Ryujin's going ham on some
It's
gotta be
oysters
great.
and
Alright, but
clams.
it's
You
like-
know?
I'm just gonna like look over and like side eye you.
All right. So
Well,
you spend
thank
an
you,
hour
Sphinx.
eating, and actually all of you, because it can be up to 12 people. So all 5 of you, and Eric's and Scorch, and Amber and Keth, and Kai and Forge, if they'd like, can all gain these benefits for the next 24 hours.
Can we
What are
talk
the
to
fake
Sphinx?
slumber eating?
It's bizarre. It's food you haven't seen before. You get
What
a
is
sense that these are.
Kai eating?
This is Kai is eating energy.
He's just sitting there with his mouth open like Kirby, just inhaling like.
Yeah. Scorch is eating what looks like, at first glance, it looks like charred buns or rolls of some sort. And then also some sort of fowl, like some sort of bird, like chicken wings and thighs and that sort of thing. Scorch is on hot ones right now. And
Which is
Eric's
eating those,
is
like,
eating
peppers from the competition.
It's bizarre. Eric's food looks like it's still sort of moving, but you don't see any animal parts in it. It looks like he's eating plants, but foreign plants to you, and at least one of them seems to like some sort of vine seems to be like tracing itself up his utensils as he's eating it.
Ask him what
bizarre.
the fuck that is.
Living spaghetti.
It's from my home. It's a Feywild delicacy.
Nothing from Aphrodite's realm, I see.
None of that none of that brings me joy anymore.
I got sad.
What's Adagio eating?
Fucking waffles and lots of whipped
Waffles?
cream. That have been invented.
Everybody list what you're eating right now.
Like
So-
strawberries and grapes and breakfast food.
You guys know what like seafood miso soup is?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that and like clams and oysters, and that's it.
Nice. I
actually
have lots
love
of secret
seafood
things I
miso.
eat
That's
with
like
children.
one of my favorite things.
I gotta try that now.
It's really good.
I'm
It's
pretty
got
sure
like chunks
Sammy
of
was, hot on
like
for
crab
that
and
salad.
shrimp.
Wait, what's the
and a bunch
Sphinx
of other
eating?
stuff.
What's the Sphinx eating?
Sphinx isn't eating. Once the Sphinx cast a spell, he went back up.
Oh.
Can I just yell up, "Thank you, Mr. Sphinx"? I don't know your name, so that's what I'm calling you.
You trying to go for round 2?
Please, Mr.
No!
Sphinx is my father.
Your riddle kind of sucks.
Don't say that.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. I take it back.
As she like yanks you up to say, "Take it back."
It's like I take it back.
It's like Batman.
What are we gonna do after we finish this feast? Are we all heading off to
Go back
pray?
out.
I say we head out, or I feel like Alexios needs to pray to his dad.
I'm gonna pray
We
to my
need
dad.
to tell Odella what went down and tell them to seal this as if it wasn't ever there. It's probably
Yeah,
the
now
best
that-
thing for now.
And now that
Okay.
Odella knows about it, we should definitely do that.
And then the key that we have to unlock this door.
Eat it.
Let Odella hide it, because Odella knows a lot about
Destroy
this.
Okay, that's
yeah, I
fine.
think it's a good idea.
That's
And
okay.
at this point, Eric's goes, if you don't mind, I think now seems like a good enough time as any for Scorch and I to take our leave.
Aw.
I just want to look at him and just
Unacceptable.
go,
You're
what
part of
about
the
that
gang.
drink? Very quietly to Eric's, what about that drink?
Maybe one last night, but I quickly grow a bit weary of Delphi. As fun, as exciting as this adventure was, I'll be sure to write a great many songs about what we've experienced together. But perhaps one final night, and then we bid ourselves adieu.
All right. I guess we're leaving the chambers now. We're leaving this, right?
Sure.
All right, let's leave, guys.
Yes.
All
I'm gonna
right.
yell
So
thank you one more time to the Sphinx
you make
because
your
I was
way.
raised a good Southern girl.
It's just such a southern thing. Do you take a plate after you finish the hero's feast?
Yeah, dude, that's all I could think.
better.
Like, Anora's not doing
You better.
that because
I
it's
am.
me.
I am.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take some of these nuts and olives for the road. Thank you so much. It was really good food.
Can it leave the table?
No.
Oh
As
shit!
soon as
I
you guys sort of
tried.
leave it,
I was
it
about
sort
to
of like
say
dissolves
pocket
into air.
bacon.
But
Oh, no.
you make your way back through the series of tunnels and rooms that the Sphinx had so graciously allowed you passage through, and make your way back to the entrance to these chambers that is still currently being held open by the key in the arm of the statue of King Laethus. You
We
see,
took a short rest, right?
yeah, you took a short rest, yeah.
Sorry.
You see several guards are in the council chambers, eagerly waiting your arrival as you emerge. Is everything all right?
Yes, we just need to talk to
Yes.
Adela about some stuff.
Of course. Should we raise the alarm for a potential attack?
No.
No.
We should be good.
But we are closing these doors.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a wild shape of that spider again and scurry up there and pull that key out as quick as I can.
You got it. All that's
I
left
scream.
is the single crack on the wall. The guards go and fetch Odella. It takes about an hour or so for Odella to come back, but she does emerge. She goes, "Any updates?"
We need to seal this as well as we can.
All right.
Cover it up as if it was never here.
And then you get to hide this under the key
And yeah, spider and Nora hands her the key.
after an hour.
And like sticks. Goes, all right. Need I worry?
Hopefully not.
It should
Hopefully
be
not.
okay, but make sure if people come in here,
Somebody's
make sure
always-
that don't ever have anybody alone in here. If you see anybody with an interest in these statues over here, definitely keep an eye on them.
He's suspicious.
Definitely kill them immediately.
Of course, I will treat it with the utmost importance. Once again, I feel like our city is in your debt. I thank you.
No, this was our fault.
I'll take the crown.
I can't say that now. Spider just makes spider noises.
She goes, well, I will see to it that this crack is made invisible as quickly as possible. I thank you for your time, and I will get to work.
God.
Sorry, am I boring you?
It's been a very long day. There's a lot of fighting. I did wait an hour for you to get here, but that's okay.
All
But
right.
you're a very busy woman, Odella. As we are very busy, and we'll be exiting now.
Okay.
Tadaloo.
So you guys make your way back out of the Lord's Mansion, back into what is now the setting sun of another day in Delphi. What would you guys like to do tonight?
Off to the
What
temple.
bars are there? Or clubs, not clubs. I don't know what to call them.
Oh,
Damn it, there we go.
right.
I mean, there is the 5-string lyre. If you want a more club atmosphere.
Oh shit!
The names
I want to
are
go
there.
see Lilio.
Lile. Fuck.
Like a-
Lileo.
I'm gonna look at Eric's and be like, "Do you want to go to just a regular like tavern? Back to the 5-string lyre? It's up to you, man. I don't know much about Delphi either."
Fuck them.
What's that first bar we went to when we got here? We should like
Yeah.
finish our last journey here
The
with them.
Holy Man?
Yeah,
Yes.
The Holy Man Tavern.
that's what it's called.
Sounds
But
great.
that's not a brothel.
But we gotta
Sure.
go see Lilio before we leave. So we might as well do
Yeah,
both
before
of
we
them. Let's
leave.
make it like a pub crawl.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
Sure.
A
So
tavern
I
crawl.
mean, I will say the Holy Man is right by all the temples. So if you guys wanted to also do the temple thing, the Holy Man's a great place to start on your pub crawl.
Okay, bet. We'll go there
Yeah.
first.
So we're gonna go pray first.
All right.
I'm
so you
immediately
guys-
going to the bar because I don't have a parent to pray to.
I
Sure.
have a question.
Yeah.
So, since I can breathe underwater, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean I don't have gills or anything? I'm not like
No.
I'm kind of a fish man, but not a fish man.
No.
No, not like the dude from
You
Waterworld. or
shark
nothing, right?
boy.
So, when I'm breathing underwater, is it just like a magical effect, or am
Yeah,
I like
basically.
inhaling water and then
You are-
exhaling water?
You're inhaling water and exhaling water.
Okay, can I go to the temple of Poseidon, inhale a bunch of water, come back out, and just like all over someone? Just
Oh my
I mean,
god.
yeah, but it'll be like a normal person where you're like, you know.
I can't just get like a lung full and then just cough.
No.
Come out of
Damn.
your lungs?
It is an effect that happens when you go into water. Your body reacts to it and makes you adapt.
Ah,
But what if I keep constantly casting create water so there's water on him constantly?
I also have create water.
Yeah, let's
also
find
have
out the
create
actual
water.
definition of being in water. Let's find out what amount of water you need to be in
Is it
water.
just a rock?
I have a
All right.
question.
Like H2O mermaids.
Oh man,
what's the question, Adagio?
H2O, just add water.
Okay, so like the party members of us that like have godly parents and we pray not because we're followers of our parents, but because we have like the shared blood. Is that why we get the bonus?
Yeah.
And then, but does it make us automatic followers? Like I obviously follow my father as a cleric, but does that make
No, I mean like
Ryujin
you have devoted your life to your god, but and Ryujin has also he's made a pact with his god, but Alexios does not have any particular relationship with Hephaestus.
well,
He
then
just
what makes
happens
us
to
like
follow it.
Pretty sure
Have
Eric
Have you
Follow
ever
us,
doesn't
right.
follow
seen
Aphrodite.
pray? It's really
like do we
awesome.
follow any of the other gods? Like
You could. I mean, you don't, but you as a character could. You could have designed Adagio to be an Apollo demigod, but a cleric to someone else.
But I could follow multiple gods. Like if I had like Adagio like decided that he wanted to be like a follower of like Artemis and Apollo, just because like Artemis was always there.
Maybe Polybius?
Yeah, it's certainly possible, but it at that point it comes down to like the personalities of the gods, because like Apollo and Artemis are super close, so that would probably be okay with the gods, but you can follow a god without having a relationship with that god, meaning that like you can worship a god and that god could have no idea that you exist, basically. But if you want to form a relationship with a god, like a cleric relationship or a paladin relationship or a warlock relationship, something like that, that's a two-way street. So both parties need to agree.
Third.
Yeah.
I'm just weird.
That's all right.
Starts following
Well,
Dionysus just so you can drink more.
Not me. I just no, because I'm always saying like goddess to like Artemis, but like
Yeah.
I don't think Adagio is. I mean, Artemis has always been there, but I don't know if like he constitutes as a follower of Artemis.
No, I mean your god that gives you all your power is Apollo.
Apollo.
You also like Artemis, and so that's
She's
fine. Yeah, she's cool.
Heard. Off
Yeah.
to my dad's.
All right. So Adagio's heading to a temple. Alexius, are you heading to your temple?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else heading to
Oh,
a temple, or is
God.
everyone else heading to the bar?
I'm gonna
I
head to the
will-
bar and then like halfway through peace out because I want to be alone and just go back to the
To the house?
go back to the banner.
All right.
Same,
Sneak
actually.
away.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I won't
it's
sneak away. I'll just
interesting.
like leave.
It's interesting. Anura, Eric's, Scorch, Amber, and Kath are all at this bar together. And Ilme, you sneak away. Ryujin, you sneak away. You both don't notice each other, and then you wind up at the front door of Sunbrow Manor at the same time.
How'd you get
Oh,
here?
hey.
What?
I guess you didn't feel like the party life either
I just-
for today.
I just wanna practice my lyre. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be in my room.
All right.
I'll be
Good
on the
night.
roof.
Hey, don't go to my
Good
room.
night.
That's basically what I
Hey. The statue of Theseus is up there, all right?
there.
Alexios, you head into the familiar forged temple of Hephaestus here in Delphi. There are a couple worshippers in here right now. You see, it looks like one of the lower priests is working on something in the forge. She sort of looks up as you enter, but otherwise no one really pays you much attention. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go to the forge and I don't. I'm gonna throw in my silver short sword
Okay.
and I am going to begin to pray.
What would you like to say?
Sarcastically, oh forge. So, quick update. The black knows the black knows who I am. We saw a Scale of Tiamat. We met a Sphinx. And there's a green cloak guy. No, I mentioned that. Basically, I think I need some guidance. I plan to recreate the Dragon's Doom. Or reforge. I plan to get rid of the chromatics once and for all. Is there any way that I can get closer to that now?
When you're ready, you can go ahead and roll a Gift of the Gods check, a D100.
Shite. What is that?
A D100, and then whatever your target is, it should be at the near the bottom of your skills.
24?
24.
That's
I
a
think
24.
I think that succeeds. Let me just double check.
I am checking.
So we're trying to get below that number. Our
Yeah,
target.
you try to get that number below.
28 was my target.
Okay.
And I got 24.
So that does succeed. So you push that thought into the air, into the universe, trying to reach Olympus or the fire plane or whatever, wherever it is that Hephaestus happens to be at that moment. You hear the crackling of the fire in the forge. And you open your eyes and you see the silvered sword that you had thrown into the forge is now red hot and melting. And your eyes just see the flames and the fire. And you feel the warmth on you. And it's soothing. And you open your eyes again. And you're somewhere else. You feel the heat of fire, but it's hotter even. And looking around, you see lava. And rock. rock all around you. And you hear the sound of someone smithing behind you, and you turn and you see a large figure facing away, silhouetted by the flames. And he stops as he notices you. You see he's in this heavy armor with an enormous belt, and he has a war hammer at his side. Beautifully constructed gloves. And the armor is thick and sophisticated and beautifully crafted. And he begins to walk towards you. And you see he's larger than you. He's more muscular, and he seems older and more confident with himself. And he gets within about 10 feet of you. And you can't actually see his face. He's covered in a helm. But he lifts the helm, and you see a face you've never seen before. Tanned skin, thick beard, serious expression. But eyes similar in color to yours, a sort of reddish-orange iris. He just looks at you for a bit. Brother. I am Archimiones, weaver of metal, champion and son of Hephaestus. You have done good. Your cause is a noble one, but you are not ready for it. I'm not sure if I'm ready for it. But you have accomplished great things already. So I will say this to you. When the time comes, when you are ready, I will be at your side for the construction and for the battle. As it is my birthright, so it will be yours. We will meet again soon. To Hephaestus be the glory. He lowers the helm again, turns, and walks back to his forge. As you close your eyes and open them again at the melting sword that you placed in the fire.
I never asked them how to make Forge better. I just never remembered that. Holy. That was my brother. I'm gonna try and after that I'm gonna try and like head Adagio like off after he's done doing whatever to meet him.
Sure. Adagio. You walk into the beautiful central temple, the open to the sky temple, and there are worshippers here. Not as many as when Phaeton ruled this temple, but a fair amount. Many of them see you as you enter, recognizing you on sight. Some bowing their heads, others looking to shake your hand, but everyone also treating you with a sort of distanced respect, not wanting to bother the son of Apollo in this holy space. What would you like to do?
I have a question now that I just randomly thought about it.
Yeah.
When the heck is Carl's trial?
You don't know.
Damn.
Sometime
I
soon
just
you'd
want
expect.
Carl back. I hope so.
Yeah.
A great dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head to the altar like I always do.
Sure.
I'll put down redemption. And
Just
start praying
like
to my
you
dad.
saw Phaeton do the very first time you were in this temple. You kneel in front of this sacrificial altar and place your holy weapon on top of it.
Okay. Well, Dad, if you're listening, looks like we might be leaving Delphi soon. It's pretty exciting stories I got just from getting here. Almost a little sad to go, but I mean, apparently we had a lot of fun. Could also use your wisdom and guidance in these, unforeseeable future times.
Go ahead and roll.
And scene. And scene. You, 43.
43. You rest there for a bit, and you feel this gust of air move through the temple. And you feel that same sort of presence that you always feel here in Delphi. A presence that, even if Apollo's not looking, he's still here. He's always here in the city. And that brings you comfort. But you don't get a response.
Oh, Dad, this could be the last time I talk to you.
This is the only temple to Apollo in existence. That's true.
The only one that matters. Nah, I'm just messing. Oh well. Just gonna pick up redemption, tie it back into my hair.
All right.
Do I recognize anyone from this crowd? We don't really know anyone from Delphi, do we?
Yeah, I mean, you see some familiar faces, but you've never really asked anyone's name or anything. They're just like the peasantry of the town. Actually, make a perception check.
Ooh. I almost rolled the 100 again. Where's my D20? Oh. Haha, that's a 5.
Yeah, you just see peasantry.
Wait, that's like a +3. It's like an 8 now.
Sure.
Heard. I guess I'm all alone in my dad's temple. I'm gonna walk away.
All right, as you walk
Back to
out
your
of the
business,
temple, you
as
see
you
Alexios running
See
up
you all again.
out of Hephaestus' temple, wanting to grab your attention.
Why, hello, good sir.
Hey, your dad say anything?
Nah, he might be a little busy. The sun is setting. He's got things to do.
He's at work.
What about your dad?
Not my dad. I met my brother.
Ooh, which one?
He said his name, but it's really hard to pronounce.
Way
You want
harder
a
than
nickname
Lileo.
It's definitely harder than Lelio.
Heard. What did he tell you? What did you learn?
I disagree.
So I'm not ready to reforge Dragon's Doom yet. That stings.
Hey. Goals and ambitions, man. Always aim for the future.
Hearing that from you doesn't. That's actually part of what I wanted to talk to you about. So the thing with the artifacts, you and the gathering thing, right?
Yeah.
I understand.
Magic the
right?
Gathering.
But you know that we're all in this together. So,
What do you mean?
So sometimes you have to listen to the party. So like running off with and wrestling 16-year-olds for artifacts. It's not.
I don't wrestle 16-year-olds for artifacts.
That happened. Which
When did I ever
the
fight
fact
Emily for an
that you
artifact?
did that not happen?
Yeah, that happened with the key.
Oh,
Okay,
Ilme
see-
stole the key from me.
The fact that you go into a haze and you don't even remember these things that you do. And the fact that
Weren't you going to steal the scale even though we had all agreed to leave it there?
oh no, I posed that to the party. If I was gonna steal it, I just would have stolen.
I would have just stolen it.
Yeah, I mean, why would I say, hey, we're taking this with us to everybody that I intended to steal it from? It's not tactical. But, all in all, the fact, that combined with the fact that you're a cleric, the healer in
I don't
your
like to heal.
Why did you
But
become a cleric then?
For my dad, I didn't do it to heal the rest of you who I didn't even know yet.
You know that Odella praises your father and literally throws hands. Right?
Does she?
Sun soul.
I don't know how that works.
Yes, she is a follower of Apollo.
Oh, wow. You learn something new every day.
You could take some lessons if you don't want to, but you heal now.
I heal now. You heal too. I've never seen you pick up your spell book and go, Magicus, Arcanus, everyone gets healing points now.
I've done that, but I don't have a lot of magic. It's basically these, and I hold up my chakra.
And I could do
It helps.
this. I summon fire, because that's what light clerics do as well. I have so much magic in my book, and you guys just want to focus on the healing.
I'm happy we had this come down to earth talk. I
don't want to be shoved into the small box of party healer. Like, the only reason I'm traveling with you is because I have the magic to heal everyone. I shouldn't use any of my other magic because I should solely keep it for the fact that you guys keep dying.
I feel a little cut out now.
not disagree with that. I would actually prefer if you kept all your spells specifically for healing. I can make weapons for you if you want to kill things. Just saying.
I want to use my magic for whatever you want at the moment. It's not like
It's your choice. But just saying, it'll help us as a whole. The team, your cousins, friends, you know? You get what I'm saying?
the kitty.
Do you want to go get drunk?
I guess.
The only thing that gets through to you.
Is drinking my emotions away? Yes.
I mean, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. You're a nice guy. We forged together, but sometimes you get a little out of control. Wrong sun god. So
More of an Aztec or an Inca sun god.
said that
God.
before. Holy Man, I think they went too.
Yeah.
Let's go, Adagio. I mean, you need to pick me up? You want to go forge something? Sad because your dad didn't talk to you?
What?
You said
He's
that.
an important individual. He's got
Just
things
have
to do
time
and
for
places to be.
Also,
Welcome to Daddy Issues of the Party volume. I don't know at this point.
listen, my dad didn't even talk to me. He sent my brother. Go handle him. Let's go to the Holy Man.
All right. So after a few rounds of drinks, Honora, Adagio, and Alexios come into the Holy Man Tavern, and you guys all have a wonderful night. Is there anything specific you guys would like to do tonight besides just pub crawl?
I'm gonna sit down and talk to Eric's about
Sure.
him being a dick. Long story short, I'm gonna pull him away from the rest of the party and go sit at a table in like a corner. Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So originally, when we were going to go out for this drink, we were supposed to be talking about the whole bad blood with gods thing.
Mm. Well, I'm all ears.
I don't know if I want to tell you anymore.
That's fair.
I mean, it's stuff that my party doesn't even know. But none of them get not knowing why things happen, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Sandra's making me laugh in the chat. God damn it. I don't know. I want to tell you about it, but like, I don't know if I trust you enough anymore. Like, that's a big thing that happened.
That's all right. I never told you about what Aphrodite actually did to me when she kicked me out. The curse she gave me.
Story for a story.
Story for a story.
You first.
She was getting angry because I had a healthy appetite for some of the other people in her holy town. I mean, you get a bunch of pretty people in the same room. There's not much you can do to stop us from... Anyway, she started getting jealous that a lot of the attention in the town was being directed toward me. And that I was enjoying it, which I was. So when she kicked me out, she cursed that part of me. And now, well, I can use other ways of making people happy, making them feel good. But I can't do that anymore.
That's some heavy shit, man.
Well, it's part of why I like traveling. The word of Eric's of the Face Lumber, lead singer, it's better than the reality.
Reality's not half bad.
Story for a story.
I did say story for a story. So, I mean, you can clearly see the mark that set me apart.
I do.
My parents were actually devout followers of Aphrodite. My mom was a priestess. Yep, my mom was a priestess. And when I was born like this, they didn't take too kindly to it, to say the least. They tried starving me, drowning me. Literally. God damn it, Alexius. Sorry, the Discord notification popped up. They tried starving me, rubbing the mark from my arm till it was red, and it still stayed. And eventually they just kind of gave up on killing me or getting rid of the mark. And they left me out in the field to die. And I would have died out in that field, except a path of stars appeared and led me to a temple in the middle of the woods where Huntress Alexandra took me in and taught me about Artemis.
Well, that's some heavy shit.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, what is that mark?
A really damn good question. Made me turn my back on the party for a little bit just because I wanted to know and someone had the answers.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm sorry for what your parents did to you. For what my mother did to you by proxy.
It's not your mother's fault.
It is.
As much
She's
as
she's the one that plants the idea of beautiful perfection in people's minds.
I wish I could blame just your mother, but the problem is as much as I believe in Artemis and follow Artemis, I have to blame Artemis just as much. To do something to a kid who had no way to defend themselves and had to wait for them to be thrown out to do something to take them in some way.
Artemis gave you that mark?
It's my working theory.
You worship her, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever asked her?
I didn't get much of an answer.
Huh. Well, I'm definitely the one to talk to if you think that a god is being obnoxious to you, and I wouldn't put it past any of them to do something so cruel. But I don't know anything about your goddess. I can only speak from my own experience.
Nobody seems to know anything. And the one person who knew something I gave to Artemis, so.
I'm not quite sure what that means, but my guess, after just spending this limited amount of time with you, and with you and your friends, you guys have a way of finding answers to the things you want to find answers to. So I have no doubt, eventually you will.
Shit, you know better than anyone. Maybe you don't always want the answers as to what something's like and why someone did something.
Sometimes the theory is better. Because either it is Artemis, and she has some stupid-ass reason for doing that to you, putting you through all that, or it's not Artemis, and there's some other thing out there that did that to you, and hasn't even tried to redeem themselves.
Well, that killed the mood.
Let's have a drink.
Yeah, after this one, I'm gonna head back to Sunbrow Manor and hang out under the stars if you want to leave the party and come hang out for a little bit.
Alright. Anything else you guys would like to do tonight?
So I have that the bag of portal thing.
You do?
Yeah. So I want to look in there, see if there's anything in there.
None of the jewels are glowing, and you open it and you see nothing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to write a letter and put it in there.
Okay, what would you like to say?
I'm going to say that Qatar is no longer with us. I am your new contact. If you have anything that Qatar didn't finish, let me know and I can get it done. Something like that. And I'll stick it in there.
You stick
Not
it in there.
these or anything.
Yeah. You stick it in there. As soon as you close the bag, after sealing the letter in there, you do see one of the jewels glow, seeming to denote that there is a letter in the bag.
Okay.
And it stays that way for most of the night, until eventually at some point in the middle of the night, maybe 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, when you're like half asleep, the jewel stops being lit.
Okay. And no reply?
Not yet.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just up on the roof next to the statue of Theseus playing the lyre. Same deal as every other time. The Virgin Naiad with the illusions and all that.
Never changes. Gotta be consistent.
Gotta be
Okay.
consistent.
So,
Wait,
anything else specific?
can I I'm gonna try and get drunk fast at
Okay.
the Holy Man. I'm gonna be really curt towards Scorch, but
Okay.
I am trying to angle myself towards Zenora. And as soon as I get close to them, I'm just gonna why aren't we friends?
Is this before I went and talked to Eric? I'm assuming this is before.
This is after.
No, yeah,
This is
I
after-
think so.
at
So
what point,
after you and
whatever
Eric have your talk, you guys have rejoined the group for one final round before you want to head out.
I'm gonna talk to Alexios then, I guess. We are friends, dude.
I mean, we don't bond at all. We've never seen my room. We
I have
don't
seen your
have-
room.
Oh,
I came and talked to you about Scorch earlier.
oh, that did happen, but you know we never talk about you.
What do you want to talk about, man?
Hmm. What's your favorite animal? You can turn into a lot of those.
I guess at this point, I don't know. I guess I'd have to, what animals have I seen? Because is it just anything I can turn into?
Anything in a forest you've seen, anything you can turn into you've seen.
Okay. I mean, I guess at this point, it would be some kind of bird. They're free. They don't have to do what is set up before them. They've got the best vantage point high up in the trees. I've lived up in the trees before, being able to look down on everything and see everything as far as you can, like out into the horizon. So some kind of bird. It doesn't have to be a specific bird.
So, have you ever tried out smaller, cuter, cuddly animals and tried being them to see if that's more comfortable than just walking around as a tiefling?
I've never thought about it. I mean, I can't stay in the form of an animal for more than 3 hours. So, I mean, I in theory could, for 6 hours out of the day walk around as something else. But when I'm an animal, it's not movement's different, and my view is of course different, but I'm still me when I'm an animal. I feel just as comfortable as an animal as I do walking around on 2 legs as a Nora.
So what did Nemosini have to offer you that was so good that you went away from the party for a little bit?
The first question was innocent. Now we're getting into the
Now we're
meat.
getting the real shit.
There's a lot you don't know about my childhood and what happened with my parents. And she offered me answers to questions I've had my whole life. And it's questions no one in the party can help me answer, and that was the first time anyone had said it to me. They had told me they had the answers.
We would help you find anything. Anything. A tree, or your parents, or
I don't. Under my breath, I don't want to find them.
You didn't. What did they? I mean, I'm a disappointment, but what's your parents?
I'm gonna be I guess I'll take. Can I ask for a shot before I answer this?
We have all the drinks in the world.
I'm only drinking my 1 round and then the shot. I'm gonna throw the shot back. Do you remember in the battle when there was the attack and you remembered your worst memory? Did that happen to you?
Yeah, that happened.
My worst memory was me locked in the basement of my childhood home, being starved to death, and my mother telling me that she was disappointed I wasn't dead yet.
Oh. Mine is just my mom being disappointed. That's holy shit. Wait.
Yeah.
So wait, Nemosity did that.
Nemosity knows all of my memories, even memories I can't remember, including the answers as to why that happened.
You're a strange tiefling. I mean,
tieflings are strange in general in Gaia.
I mean, I think I've seen a tiefling or two before. But
maybe only in watching gladiatorial matches and watching people bringing in champions from all over the world. That would be the only time. But it's always in some sort of exotic sort of someone from another land. The only tieflings you've seen in Gaia so far, or in Greece, have been Anura and the Mouth.
We're not common.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen one. So I'm gonna do the drunk guy thing and both hands on shoulders and try to get, the link head fucked you, right? And you sided. And I literally helped bring you back to life. And you didn't even ask. That's weird.
I
Like,
wasn't
logic-
so drunk for this conversation, you probably won't even remember it. I didn't side against the party with Mnemosyne. The deal I made with Mnemosyne was that I wasn't turning my back on the party. I had no intentions of even leaving until Adagio told me I wasn't welcome in Sunbrow Manor anymore.
Bro,
That's
dramatic.
we had different end goals. Mnemosyne knew we had different end goals. She was an ends to a mean, and I was an ends to a mean, and I just wanted information. I wasn't turning my back on the party.
Oh. I mean,
I didn't side against anyone.
I missed you. Did you know that when you left? Like,
I wasn't gone
there.
long.
And like, when you were gone, right? Did you like touch that patch on your stomach with the Minotaur? And did it like make you think of us? Do you
As
do
much
that
as-
sometimes?
As
Can I
much
touch
as
that?
no. As much as I appreciate what you did to bring me back, I'd rather not remember being dead and a god telling me I had to decide between the family I had found and finally resting.
Well,
Oh shit, they didn't know that.
you
They didn't
picked
know that.
right.
That's brand new information.
Definitely
Fuck,
picked
I didn't.
right. You're here, and we're gonna go on adventures, and we're gonna I don't know, what do heroes do? I never wanted to be one.
Okay, real quick side note, I just realized the party actually didn't know that at all because we were in a separate call for
Yeah,
that.
that was a you and me alone situation.
You done fucked up, son.
And you said family.
I consider this party in the Hands of Fate is more family than I've ever had. I never sided against this party. I never would side against this party. No matter how many times found family gets thrown in my face, I will never side against you. I don't care if Adagio kicks me out again, I still won't side against him.
I feel like most things Adagio does to you at this point is irrelevant. You just basically beat him up.
I've never beat him up except without him wanting to spar or fight. I've never beat him up except for when I made the deal with Mnemosyne and he wouldn't unseal the box.
Oh,
part of me making that deal was trying to protect the party from her. Out of everyone in the party, I was the least likely she would hurt because I was useful to her. None of y'all were as useful. You are a half god. She can't do anything that would be useful to her with y'all. I, on the other hand, I was tolerable.
I am the most useful, thank you very much.
To Mnemosyne, you weren't.
To everybody, I can build anything.
Yes, you can build things, but you couldn't make a deal with her. You're half god. Making a deal with Mnemosyne would be fortune for both of you.
Yep, no magic. No match. So, I mean, I wasn't judging you. It was just a question. I guess I can't really talk about it without feeling hurt a little bit. You weren't there. I mean, honestly, think about it.
To make Alexia stop rambling, I'm just gonna grab his face like this and go, it was not meant to hurt you. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I was trying to keep you from getting hurt. I would die for you. I had died to keep Ilme I had just met and Ryujin alive in that fucking gauntlet. Because the Minotaur would have killed them had I not come over the wall then. I have no reason to live.
To be a dumbass and get stabbed anyway.
I have no reason to live but to protect this party and find out why this mark is here and why Artemis chose me. I have no reason to live but for this party and that one spiteful thing as to why I was tortured as a kid.
That's not a very good existence. I don't mean to judge, but you're more than that.
Yeah, it's not a good
Right?
reason to judge, but
I just wanted to know. I just wanted to talk. I don't. We talk the least out of everybody.
but I'll look at Alexis next time when you're fully sober. We can have this conversation again.
You want to forge?
Not tonight. You need to be sober.
Not tonight. Do you do metal? No. Wait. What happened to me? I touch fire. I like fire.
I'm resistant to fire too.
Never
so
drink
I can
and
help.
forge.
But I'm gonna go sit out under the stars and think about everything that's happened.
Is there any kind of alcohol up there that you have stashed?
I'm going to like pull out from. I guess I have it on me, so it's equipped in my inventory. I'm going to like barely pull it out where you can't see it and be like, and show him the jug of Goliath alcohol.
You are a complicated, wonderful person. Let's go.
No, I'm going to go hang out by myself for a little bit. Okay, we can drink another night. I promise. And I'm going to hold it like a pinky, for a pinky swear.
Catch me again.
We can drink
I
another
understand.
night. I don't need to drink anymore, okay?
I'm gonna go bother Ilme if you don't entertain me.
I can't entertain you, but you can keep drinking here. You just don't need to drink what I've got, bud. I promise you, you don't need that.
At this point, a shot is slid across the bar to Alexios, and you see Amber on the other side going, "Are you ready to fucking drink?"
I'm gonna look at Amber and go, "Can you entertain him when I leave?"
If it's a drinking contest you want, I think you're gonna have a great time.
All right, and then I'm gonna pat Alexios on the back and be like, "We'll have a conversation again when I'm sober." I'm going to like do the little tip towards Scorch and Eric's and look at both of them and tell them, "Make sure you come say bye before you leave." And I'm going to leave the bar and go back to the roof.
All right.
Amber's more fun than you.
I'll prove you wrong another night, bud. Have
So,
fun.
you all have a night of festivities, a night of relaxation, much needed rest, and you all on your own time find yourselves asleep.
I just want to point out that like I don't know if I ever left the roof. Like I was just chilling up there playing music, making images.
Yeah, you like fall asleep in those like bushes up there.
If he's in the bushes, can I druid craft like so the bushes grow up around him and he wakes up? He doesn't know how much time has passed.
For
Oh,
sure.
God.
As the sun rises, several things are immediately apparent. One, Ilme, a jewel is glowing. Two, whoever goes downstairs first finds a bouquet of 5 flowers and a note from the face slumber saying goodbye. And three,
Go downstairs. So
Region, you wake up, you have no idea how much time has passed because you are in the thick of these bushes.
I just want to like look around
Into the
if
thick
I
of it,
can.
into the thick of it.
I'm just gonna scream as loud as I can. Just-
You immediately wake up Anora.
And I'm gonna go downstairs before he can see that I'm there.
And 4, you all level up.
Yay!
I've been waiting for so long.
So we're gonna end tonight's session there. Last thing we're gonna do, let's all roll for new hit points. So I believe it's a D8 for all of you.
Oh, that's
Is
the
it?
one I needed to be for an
Let
actual deal with Nemosini.
let me just hear. Let me just look at this here.
So as a reminder, because it has been a while, on your character sheet on D&D Beyond, you can click on your like profile photo or whatever, and click on Manage Levels, and then add whatever you roll in your D8 to your rolled HP, and it will automatically add the modifier and everything to it.
D8.
I'm gonna be able to act
Nice. I got an
Every time I
8. I
try
think
to
that's the
load
first time I've ever got an 8.
my
D&D
character sheet.
Beyond just freaked
Yeah.
out on me.
I can't actually load Anora's character sheet into
Ooh.
the edit character screen. It just says they rolled a nat 1 on their API.
Yeah, that's what
What?
mine just said.
Got it.
Um,
Well,
Oh,
I
in
just
that
clicked
case,
the
Refresh,
I clicked the
refresh.
little gear next to my profile picture and then went to manage
Yeah.
levels.
either way,
did too.
if D&D Beyond's not working right now, just roll a D8,
Oh.
and once it starts working, you can add it to your character sheet.
I can get 4th level spell slot, a
So
4th
can I-
level spell slot.
Ooh. See, this is the level I needed to be to make a deal with Nemosity. I needed the 4th level spell slot.
Listen, I
Don't you
could get
think-
control water, and I have I could literally be like Katara.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I now
I just
have
wanna-
Wall of Fire. It
I wanna
will
point
we're
that
not
out.
gonna date,
Destroy the
though.
world.
We're not dating though.
That's fine, but
Oh.
All right, so we'll start with Adagio. Adagio, what'd you roll on your D8?
I had rolled a perfect 8.
Nice.
Yay.
Alexios?
Was my pretty dice too.
You know, I can't find a D8 right now. 1 second. Ah! That was a 1. So
You
I
can
gotta
re-roll a
re-roll?
1.
Oh,
Thank you, merciful Sammy. That's
All right.
That.
Elizabeth,
I rolled a 7.
7. Gavin, you also rolled an 8, is that right?
Hey.
And last but not least, Anna.
I rolled a 1.
Roll again.
I rolled another 1.
That one sticks.
Oh.
Sorry.
Da, 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 da.
Sorry.
Do,
I was
do.
thinking about saying before you roll that second one, I was like, just so you remember, if you roll another one, that one's gonna stick. And
Yeah,
then roll another one.
good thing you didn't jinx it.
I'm up to 39 rolled HP. I have 53 hit points.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna end the stream there. Players, I'll talk to you guys over Discord over the next week to make sure that everyone's aware of what you get when you level up. Guys, thank you for joining us so much tonight. I'm gonna see if I can set up a raid here. Thank you for joining us. This episode will be up on YouTube on Thursday, and until then, hope to see you next week, Monday, same time. Be there, be square. Hopefully no TPK next week. We will see you then. Bye.